It's the new season and I'm going to be walking to every Premier League club in London on Don Robbie's Football March to raise awareness and money for Prostate Cancer UK. I'm going on the ultimate scouting mission to find out what our London rivals have got in store this season. I'll be giving my passion a football purpose by supporting one of my favourite charities, Prostate Cancer UK. Did you know that prostate cancer is the most common cancer in men? 1 in 4 black men will get prostate cancer, and that's double the risk of white men. Don Robbie's Football March is about raising funds to find better tests and treatments to save men's lives. So how can you help? Keep an eye out for the updates, share my stories about my challenge, and sponsor me to help me save men's lives. Search Don Robbie's Football March on Just Giving or check out the links in my bio. I can't wait.
Hi everyone, my name is Laurie and welcome along to the latest instalment of AFTV's Arsenal 24-25 pre-season coverage. The latest game today, Arsenal versus German champions Bayer Leverkusen. Thanks to everybody for joining us. And without any further ado, let me introduce my panel of esteemed guests in the building today. Starting to my left, the learned, the erudite, the tactical genius, Mr. James B in the house.
You gonna clap again?
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
No clap then. Right.
I clapped. What do you
Be
mean?
like that. Be like that.
I clapped.
Oh, you clap. Okay, right, yeah. To my right, what can I say about this man? The ever popular, the fourth right. I call him the North London Sultan of the Ottoman Empire. Turkish in the building.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
How you guys both doing today?
Good. Yeah, good.
Looking forward to it?
Can't complain, yeah.
Yeah, after the 11 was announced, I definitely thought, oh, okay, we're going to get some proper football and some first teamers out there today.
For those of you who don't know, James, can you just go through the 11?
Yeah, so Raya in goal, White, Saliba, which was a surprise inclusion with Gabriel and Zinchenko in the back four. Kivior, who was, well, we have to correct this because we spent the starting 11 show saying that he, basically saying that he wasn't in the squad because that was essentially the graphic that we were given. That was the official Arsenal graphics and he wasn't in the squad, but he actually is. That was just an error, so Kivior is on the bench. Jorginho, Havertz, Ødegaard, the midfield three. Not too happy about Havertz in midfield, but he did do well against Liverpool there. With Vieira on the right, Trossard on the left, and Jesus up front. We were saying that it'd be nice to see Jesus on the right, Havertz up top, Vieira in midfield. Let's see if Arteta goes for that. Very unlikely, though. I think he's going to be playing midfield. But it's a stronger 11 than I actually expected, to be honest, and I didn't think the likes of Rice, Saka, Ramsdale would all be on the bench as well. We did want Raya to start, mainly because he obviously wasn't a starter for Spain, so we did think he could come back a bit sooner. But fair play, and as Turkish said, this was kind of the expectations, at least, that you come back and you're ready to play after your 3 weeks off, and it looks like they are.
If I could just go through the Leverkusen team, they've gone quite strong as well. Kovar in goal, the back four of Hincapié, Tar, Kosunu. Wirtz is playing, which is good to see. Terrell, Tapsoba, Adil, Garcia, Frimpong, and of course, Granit Xhaka makes his return to the Emirates. So, pretty strong lineup there for Leverkusen as well.
Yeah, the likes of Wirtz, obviously. Xhaka, we know a lot about him. Could be interesting to see how he does in this game. They've got some very talented defenders in there. Frimpong, we know, is a problem out on that right-hand side. So, I'm excited to see what they're about as well. I mean, we did our score predictions yesterday and we all went for 2-2.
We did.
Seeing the 11s now, are you sticking with that?
Yeah,
I'm gonna stick with it, yeah.
Yeah, I thought
I'm gonna tweak it to a 2-1 Arsenal win. It's a stronger back four than I expected.
They're strong as well, though.
I kind of expect them to be. I don't know why.
Let's talk about Leverkusen for a couple of minutes because not all of the people watching will be immediately familiar with them unless they watch a lot of German football. But Bayer Leverkusen, champions of Germany, had an incredible season last season. I mean, they won the German League for, I think, the first time in their history, was it?
Yeah, I think it was the first time, yeah.
Champions. They went on to win the Cup that season as well. But perhaps more impressive, they were undefeated in the German League with 28 wins and 6 draws. They also got all the way to the Europa League Cup final, losing in the final to Atalanta. And they do play some very good football as well. It's not just the results. They are a really good outfit with a really good manager, Xabi Alonso, who's a lot of people say is one of the most, if not the most exciting coaches in European football. So they look a really good team. And they've also had a decent pre-season as well. I think they're unbeaten in their pre-season games. I think they've had 3 3 games, won 2 and drawn 1. So listen,
So they drew a loss at some point, my word. Although to be fair, it's kind of crazy that Atalanta put 3 past them in a final that they looked so comfortable. And Atalanta knocked out Liverpool, so they're no joke. But you thought they were going to do the most historic of trebles. They were kind of 1 game away from doing it, but it doesn't take away what an incredible run they've had. Interesting to see how they're going to do in the Champions League, how they're going to do as a year on as the champions and a team with expectation. I mean, I had to sort of keep reminding myself that this Leverkusen game is no joke. By the way, Leverkusen have never been a joke when you look at the players they've produced over the years. But, a year or 2 ago, I would have gone into this thinking, okay, well, we need to win. But it's sort of you just have to recalibrate the thinking a little bit. Just remind yourself, this is a team that went undefeated across all German football last season. They got some very good players and they're a very good manager, as you say. So it's a serious test for Arsenal. If you went on form of the last year, it's the biggest test that we've had in pre-season so far. So I'm excited to see how they do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as we said, unbeaten last season, incredible run. Won the German Cup as well. Looked like they were going to win the Europa League. Fell short in the final, but listen, what a season they had. And as I was saying in the when we did the starting 11 show prior to this, that of all the opponents for a pre-season game, I can't think of a better one outside of the the usual obvious ones. But this is a big game, Turkish.
Yeah, I don't know.
As far as pre-season games go.
Again, I'm not gonna pay too much. I'm just for me. There's not that excitement of a new signing yet. I'm still waiting for that. I'm going to enjoy the game for what it is. It's a tough test for us. It's good opposition. Xhaka's return, all of that. But the reality is I'm looking at what we're doing in between these 2 games and after the next one as well. Because we've still got some... Listen, I think Havertz starting in midfield is like it highlights exactly what we need. Havertz isn't that 9 that we need. Hence why he can be moved about by Mikel. Because if he was the 9, he wouldn't be moved about. But we've also seen Havertz in the 8 where he originally intended to be for Mikel and not working. So we also need that 8. There's 2 positions that we needed from the very beginning, regardless of Calafiori coming in, that we still haven't addressed. So I'm excited for the season. I'm excited for the game, but we need to at least get one more person in before the game week 1.
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned Kai Havertz because obviously in a previous life he was a Leverkusen player. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of players I'm looking forward to seeing today, and he's one of them. I would have liked to have seen him play up front because I think that is where his best position is, and that's where he's probably going to feature more prominently for Arsenal. But in terms of the starting 11, James, who are you looking forward to seeing the most?
Saliba and Gabriel. It's great to have them back together with Raya in goal. I'll be interested to see how Zinchenko does in this team with the other sort of 4 players around him as well. Because I don't expect one player to sort of have a massive impact on how our defence looks. We were really sturdy last season. So while that is probably the more targetable side for Leverkusen, I'm interested to see how he does, how our system looks. I keep saying now, I know I'm a broken record, everyone, apologies, but I just feel that bit differently if it was Vieira centrally to see what he could do, kind of getting on the ball, trying to dictate play. Havertz leading the line and Jesus on the right, but it doesn't look like that's how Arteta's setting them up, which is a little bit of a shame. But yeah, Jesus, always excited to see Jesus because he's an exciting player. But again, does he get back to those levels of 2 years ago? That's what this pre-season is hoping to get him to. I think against Man United he looked closer to that. Against Liverpool he struggled. So yeah,
we were saying in the starting 11 show just before this one that for this season, for a few of the players, is a very big season, and Jesus is definitely in that nucleus of players that applies to, in my view. We know his talents, we know his ability. However, his shortcomings, apart from injury, is that he just doesn't get enough goals. I mean, the man said so himself that he's not a prolific goal scorer. So this is going to be a big season. If Arsenal are going to go on to achieve this season, we need guys like him to do their bit. He was underwhelming last year. I know injury had a lot to do with it. But, nevertheless, it's a big season for him, Jesus.
We need a striker, man. That's what I'm saying. because we can't rely on any of them at this moment in time.
Yeah, I agree with you. Definitely the striker. I've been, saying that consistently since the end of last season, that I think, one of the areas that we should have targeted should have been a priority for the club. I'm not saying it isn't. Maybe there's the targets that they wanted to get for whatever reason they couldn't get them. But I'd be a lot more confident about this season if we'd signed a striker, James.
Yeah, but
The fact that we haven't yet does give me cause for concern.
But just on Jesus, right? It's like fitness first for me. I mean, the whole he needs to add goals. A lot of people were saying last season his goal tally 4 in the Premier League. It's like, sure, but he didn't play very much. I mean, my first concern was that we didn't have him on the pitch anywhere near as much as we wanted to. And actually, the big thing from that, it wasn't all injury related. A lot of it was because he actually wasn't playing to a level that was better than Havertz up front and better than Trossard, Martinelli or Saka. So for me, the big thing 2 years ago in pre-season, and then for those first 4 months, Jesus was probably the first player on the team sheet. It was like, this guy might actually be the best player we have. So I want to see him stay fit, match fit and available to play regularly before I worry too much about, okay, and now what are we saying on the output and goals front? Because we're just not even getting on the pitch enough. I think, hopefully the injuries are behind him. The players are coming out now. And then in games where he is having a run of starts up front, like he has in pre-season, this is 3 starts in a row up front now. He's got a goal in 1. Against Liverpool, I think really should have had one if Martinelli squared it a little bit sooner. So probably was due a goal there, but we didn't have his best game. So today, the expectation is look dangerous in front of goal. But again, I'm just more sort of seeing, can we get back to that old flair that Jesus used to have? And then we'll figure out whether it's up front leading the line, out on the right, out on the left. And I wouldn't be... Whatever we want to add in the transfer window, I'd do it regardless of what your hopes and expectations are for Jesus this summer and this season. You get that player in anyway. If you think we need a wing or a striker, you do it regardless of your expectations of Jesus for me.
Right, so we're just watching the players. As James said earlier, they've walked out onto the pitch. They've done their cursory handshakes, and we're not too far from the kickoff. We read out the starting 11s previously. That is as we said. We're looking at the bench here. Looking at Arsenal's bench, we note that Rice and Saka are on the bench. Do you think we'll see them today?
They've misspelled Setford's name, haven't they? They spelled Stepford in the substitutes. But also, but the reason I spotted that is because he's been given the number 36. Now, I appreciate a lot of people won't care about this, but in Arsenal's quest to find a number 3, have they actually just decided that the guy they signed from Ajax maybe is good enough just to be the number 3?
I should hope so. You don't need to rely on the number 3 too much, and if you do, then what? Why not?
No, I hear it. By the way, we do have a super chat from Chizoba, who hasn't put any text in, but has just sent in a super chat. So thank you for your support. Really appreciate it. To anyone who's asking where Calafiore is, because I see a few of you in the comments, apparently he's just not quite ready physically yet. So
we did touch on that in the starting 11 show. He's not quite ready, which is somewhat of a surprise. We was all looking forward to seeing him. I'm pretty sure that the vast majority of the Arsenal fans, who, by the way, credit to them, they've sold this game out. The game is sold out today.
Is it?
Yeah, well, that's what I heard.
Didn't look at it, but to be fair,
maybe
they're probably still walking in, bless him.
No, my information was that the game was sold out. Looking at the pictures, it does look fairly full, though.
Was it?
As Arsenal take up their huddle. Do you think we'll see Rice and Saka at some point?
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, I think we will now, which is a complete change from what I was saying before it's announced. I was saying I'd be amazed if Saliba included was involved at all. But that's just what I've been conditioned to over the years, because not only are they sort of ready to go for that opening day, it looks like, because they made the bench here, but I just didn't think they'd be ready to even start this game. I thought they'd get some minutes here and there, but yeah, it's a strong 11. I think the Arsenal fans who booked a ticket probably booked a ticket for this going, just want to see Arsenal, bit of pre-season fun. Don't know what to expect. Will there be signings? Will there not be? Will there be a strong team out? I think they'll all have been really pleasantly surprised with the 11 that came out. So, good on them. First time they're wearing this kit as well at the Emirates. Vieira is out on the right as they prepare for kickoff. And Havertz is going to be looking like he's going to lead the line. But again, there's a lot of ways that this can sort of play around as the game goes on.
We'll do usual. Jorginho back to the keeper. He'll play it long. Yep. Yes, that's exactly what's going to happen. They've kicked off.
Hey, Arsenal playing football with the Emirates again. This is nice. That's
nice.
And immediately on the attack as well.
Uh-huh.
Decent ball in, but it's taken by the keeper.
I'll tell you what, watching the Euros, I did just think, I've missed Arsenal. And the Euros was fun, but I'm just talking from like...
I was saying, you're saying that because of what happened to Italy, though.
Well, yeah, that's part of it.
I'll tell you what, though, yeah, and I don't mean to start this on a negative, but you know me.
Here we go, yeah.
Like, if we don't win the league this year and we don't sign no one else, there's big problems, man.
No, but you know what? I don't disagree with you.
But you know how James is saying, like, it's good to have Arsenal back. It's good to have us back, but where is the...
There's a lot of pressure on us.
Let me enjoy it, man.
But where is the, like, level up?
Yeah.
Like, where is he?
Don't worry about that later.
Nah, but there's no later. Later the season is there, and
Well, according to the manager, we're going to get 114 points, so we shouldn't need to worry. Because that computes into 38 wins. Here come Leverkusen on the attack.
Oh, better pass.
It's well broken up by Ben White.
And that's confident from David Raya, isn't it?
Well, you say that, but he's kicked it straight out.
Confident and a bit crap, but he moved.
Any news on Ramsdale? What's happening with him, James? Nothing. Is he going to stay then?
I will say, like, I get a lot of predictions wrong, but one that is looking like it might be right is that about 2 months ago, or maybe a month ago, I think we were saying on Talking Transfers, that it's just looking like Ramsdale's going to stay. There's no buyers. I mean, if we're playing hardball for Eddie Nketiah and a few other players, then I don't see us just going, yeah, Ramsdale can go on loan, no problem.
He was linked earlier on, well, when I say earlier on, about a month or so back with Newcastle. Nothing ever came of that. I've not really seen anything else in terms of who he's been linked with.
No, Newcastle, I don't think, are sort of doing everything they can to get him. Chelsea, we thought might need a goalkeeper, but they're happy with what they've got. So who else? I mean, I thought maybe West Ham would be a good fit, but they were never linked. And that isn't sort of one that's in the media at all. I just thought that kind of made a bit of sense. So I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen with Ramsdale. I think he's probably just going to stay.
It would appear so.
Anyway, there's Arteta and his grey jumper. Turkish, I get your point about, like, where's the level up on last season. I do hear that. I think, for me, for this window in particular, I am willing just to wait to see when it closes where we are. And I really am on that line of, like, if we've signed a forward, we've added Marino, obviously Calafiori's in, I'll feel pretty positive about it. But even if we do those deals minus that forward of some kind, then, like, my opinion of the window just honestly goes down the toilet. Like, honestly, we're swinging from like an 8 out of 10 to a 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'll think, all right, you added a midfielder, which we needed, bit of depth at the back, but it's weird that in 2 of our highest scoring Premier League seasons, we're sort of sat here going, well, we need more goals. But that's why stats aren't everything. Look at the eye test. It tells you that we were very wasteful last season for the amount of the ball, amount of chances we had as well. So I'm willing just to wait and see a little bit.
Ties back to what I was saying as well earlier
That's
about
nearly
a very good ball.
It was nearly a very
quite
good
a fast start by both teams.
Yeah,
looks pretty competitive already.
Friendly, man. They should go at it.
Yeah, I think both teams will want to win. I don't think Arsenal want to be beaten at home by Leverkusen. I think Leverkusen will be keen to show everybody that they're the real deal. So I'm expecting a hard-fought competitive game.
When
that being said, I do predict it's a draw.
When we lost to Liverpool in Philadelphia, that's a good run.
That's a good run.
Go on, put a good ball in the box. He's gone back to Trossard, actually. Oh, no, who's that?
Zinchenko.
Is that Zinchenko? Yeah. Good spot. Sorry, when we lost to Liverpool in Philadelphia, right? So a few of us were in the mix zone after. Look, the players, Arteta, they didn't come out sort of, happy and singing, going, what a great tour we've had, on we go. Like, they all look disappointed to have lost the game.
Yeah.
They didn't say as much, or maybe Arteta might have in the press conference, can't quite remember, but they all looked really disappointed to lose. And the general feelings from the fans was, yeah, we've had a good time of it, and we know we're missing a lot of players, and it's not that deep. So, these players, like, you say they won't want to lose, 100% they'll be feeling super competitive out there.
Absolutely.
Poor pass that from Jorginho, was it?
Yeah, it's fizzed in at him, but he should have done better.
But going back to the old striker issue, again, it's a subject that we discussed on our Starting 11 show. But I'd like to put a poll out there. Let's have a bit of fun with this. Everybody watching, our first poll of the evening, and I'm going to frame it like this. Do you think Arsenal can win the title without signing a striker? So that's a yes or no. Can Arsenal win the title this season without signing a striker? Because, we did score quite a few goals last season. However, as James alluded to earlier, there were games that we were, how can I put it, in the ascendancy in terms of possession and chances. But for whatever reason, we didn't get it over the line. And those games, I think we lost 5 and drew 5. There were games there that we could have won. And had we have won them, we would have won the title. So,
can I answer it by saying...
Go ahead.
We can, but we've got a significantly better chance if we do get a forward. That's where I am.
You're cheating a little bit there, man.
Yeah, but that's how I feel.
No, I want you to be more affirmative than that. Because I'm going to say no. I think... Listen, it's not impossible, but I think if we don't, it severely impairs our chances. Turkish, what's your take on it?
Same as James, really.
Can we or can't we without signing a striker?
We can, but that depends on Man City and them dropping points and not being as good as they've been over the years.
No, you got to enter into the spirit of this poll, man. It's either a yes or no.
Should have said will. Okay. Will Arsenal win the title without a new striker? The answer for me is no.
No,
I don't. I still put us behind City. If we get, and that
so
again,
if our technical team, can you do the business with that?
Yeah, they've got a poll out.
You got a poll out.
50-50 at the moment. The answer is can. The question is can they?
Can they? Unfortunately for me, it's no. I mean, listen, we have been linked with a few strikers. The latest one we're linked with is Gyökeres. Gyökeres wouldn't have been my first choice, but if we can get him for a good price, I'll probably take him. That is good play. Also looking quite promising in their approach play.
I forgot Zinni's number 17. For a second, I thought Cedric's looking all right. Good on him.
So yeah, please contribute to our poll. What do you think?
This is so random.
Oh, that's a good ball. Lovely.
That's a lovely ball from Zinni as well to have.
Is he going to check back?
He does. That's good.
Oh!
What a goal!
Zinchenko!
Finish.
Hey!
That is a great finish with his left foot.
That was a finish.
That is brilliant football from Arsenal. Zinchenko was running the game there for the minute before that goal.
That was very nice.
Getting on the ball, playing lots of balls.
You know what? I'm so pleased for him, because we were saying earlier, weren't we, that this is a big season for him coming up. And okay, I know it's pre-season, but that will only help his confidence.
Yeah.
He started the game well,
what
a couple of good balls.
That's a great ball to Havertz. He played there.
Havertz had the wherewithal to pass it back.
Finish.
Oh, good finish.
That was a beautiful finish.
Hey, there you go. All we need to do was halve his number.
That is an excellent strike. First time.
Hey.
Oh.
How many times have we said as well that we want our players to shoot more from outside the box? Yes. That was just outside the box.
Swept it home as well.
Brilliant goal.
That is a great strike. Well
nice
played.
Finish.
That's exactly what the crowd would have wanted as well, wouldn't they? 8 minutes into the game, they've got a goal by Arsenal already, and they're pressing very well, as usual, led by Martin Odegaard, who wouldn't have looked out of shape running for Norway in the Olympics, as such as the running capacity of this man. Shoot!
Nice.
Oh!
Nice. Surely! Surely!
Oh my God!
They've disallowed.
No, they haven't.
What a goal! That goal was mad.
That was unreal.
Trossard!
That goal was crazy. Even Trossard at the
Arsenal
end
turning up.
Oh my God!
What a brilliant passage of play.
So you asked if we could win the league with that.
Yeah, I know.
Was disgusting.
Hey, what a goal!
I thought once we nicked it, we should have just played the ball straight.
Hey, you know what?
So who won that? Trossard won it back, right? Odegaard into Jesus. Hey, well done, Kai, as well.
Oh.
Sat him down.
Both of them, both defender and keeper.
Sat him down, bro.
And that is a brilliant goal.
Beautiful. Oh.
Hey, Kai does brilliant there, And then Trossard as well.
That's like street football, man.
That's beautiful.
That's
what
brilliant goal by Trossard. I see the look on Frimpong's face. He can't believe it. Arsenal 2-0 up.
That was beautiful, man.
Unreal
We've
start.
not even
to the
hit
game.
10 minutes yet.
Unreal start to the game. Well done, Arsenal. Hey.
Really good football.
Nice.
2 goals in a minute.
And look, this is the sharpness we want to see, isn't it?
And 2 really good goals at that. You know
Nice.
what I mean? So, but Leverkusen are known for their fighting spirit. They're not going to lay down.
Yeah,
so
not
I'm
wrong
expecting
about
this
that.
to be a good game.
Yeah. Hey, good start from Kai Havertz in midfield, people.
Yeah, it is,
It's not where I
yeah.
want to see him, but
Yeah.
I think got to give him tremendous credit. For the layoff. You got the assist for Zinchenko, right? He's got 2 assists.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
2 assists for Kai Havertz. Good on him.
Saka's looking at that thing saying, yeah, bravo.
So my very random point I was going to make before the 2 goals flew in is when Tottenham come here, they're going to have to wear an away kit. There is way too much white on the kit for me, don't you think? Can't you just imagine
no,
players
that's
like
true.
looking
Yeah,
down
yeah,
at the ball,
yeah,
looking
yeah,
up,
yeah,
and they
yeah.
see?
Yeah, that's a decent point, James.
I like the kit, but yeah, I don't know. They're going to have to wear an away kit.
I spent a lot of money in the club shop recently as well.
Good on you. Well,
They
they're
come
in here.
Leverkusen. We said that they wouldn't lie down, and they're not. They're coming forward.
Nice.
Oh.
They've dispossessed Zinchenko there.
Foul on Zinny.
Yeah.
I think he's a bit fortunate to get away with it, to have the foul go in his favour there. But anyway,
That goal was.
that was proper football. Both goals were good.
Yeah, both of them were. But it's not often you see that second type of goal.
No.
That's so right.
The extra pass, both man down, empty net.
Those people who believe that we don't need to sign a striker will no doubt be saying, listen, man, this is why we don't need to sign another striker. We've got enough talent within the team to get the job done. We shall see.
Hey, that's really good
Nice.
from Vieira. That's really good from Here's Trossard out on the touchline. Ross said I didn't want to see him as much, but
Oh, it's a good
Oh,
ball
lucky,
in as well.
unlucky. A really, really sharp
Oh,
start
look
from
at that by
Arsenal.
Saliba. Brilliant.
And then Saliba
Reminiscent of
just
last season.
reminding us.
Yeah.
Not that we need a reminding. What an unbelievably confident start this is from Arsenal, because I don't think we ever saw these levels out in the US. We saw intensity.
Yeah, strongest team we've put out so far, though, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Could it also be as well the fact that we're back home in front of our own fans and that extra bit of energy that you get? That could play a part in it.
Maybe. Look where Ben White's found himself. In between the 2 centre-backs.
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
ball, but
unlucky.
potentially a good
He
ball.
pulled that
Not
off.
quite executed.
Well, let's get your comments in, people.
Great start.
Yeah, sorry, everyone. We got completely distracted by what was going on. For what it's worth, 61% of people are saying Arsenal can win the title without a new striker. Got a super chat here saying depends on what City do. I think they are short. So saying he thinks Arsenal are short.
Do you think like me that with that selling of Alvarez to Atletico, that City are possibly lining up another striker to come in?
I think they are getting ready to do
Announce
something big in the market.
Yeah. That's what that kind of looked like to me.
And then they do something big, they win the league.
Yeah.
That's why we gotta think quick, fast, and it's just
As soon as giving it away needlessly there, tried to be a bit too clever, Frimpong's on the ball. You can already see though, Leverkusen, they do pass the ball very, very well. Pass through the lines and they look quick and
Yeah.
sharp. It's really shaping up to be a very good game, people.
Yeah, very interested to see how they respond. And actually, I barely noticed Granit Xhaka on the ball at all.
No, you've not seen too much in. Yeah.
Yeah, good intensity, good shape, good press. Good signs 15 minutes in. And Arsenal get the ball back.
does look packed out now, though.
Yeah. It does now. Now it looks full house. Well, yeah,
From what we see.
largely full house.
Yeah, it does look pretty full.
And there's Calafiori on the bench.
Yep.
Here's Vieira. Now, these moments, I'm really interested to see what he does. Can he commit the defender? Okay, that's good. That wasn't,
Ah,
but I like the idea.
yeah, it was a decent idea. He does need to be direct like that a lot more, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you say direct, you mean in terms of taking on the fullback?
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't strike me as the type of winger that's gonna be his default position. He's always gonna look in to cut in and maybe pass or cross it.
You don't have to have like blistering pace though to be good out on the right. I mean, lots of players, are good wide players without having blistering pace. It's just
Well, I wouldn't say Saka's got blistering pace. He's got decent pace. I wouldn't say he's got blistering pace.
yeah, that's a good point. I just mean, can you be productive from out there? Can you combine well with players? Can you create from out wide?
Yeah.
Do you have enough trickery to get out of a tight situation?
That's it. And I guess the all-important thing is your end product, really.
Yeah.
That's decent. Well, that's good play by Leverkusen. Well shut out
Too
there
heavy.
by Gabriel.
They're only starting to get back in the game now since those 2 goals, really.
Yeah.
It has been 7 minutes, though. It doesn't feel like it's been that long.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, we had 2 goals in a minute. 8th and 9th minute, I think it was. Long ball down towards Havertz. It's cut out by the Leverkusen defence. Got Xhaka there, isn't it? The ball out of defence for Leverkusen.
Yeah, it was.
It's a nice pass.
Yeah, they do.
They play good football, man.
Oh, that's well intercepted there.
Well played.
Was that Odegaard?
It's Trossard.
Trossard, sorry.
Showed a good burst there as well.
no, he
Yeah,
did.
Yeah, quick turn of pace, cut in.
Oh, that's such a decent ball. Full
Odegaard!
Odegaard.
Oh,
unlucky.
shoot. Blocked by the defender.
Georgian does
Arsenal
really well
looking
to sweep
threatening
that up.
once more here. And again, Trossard was the catalyst.
He's playing really well,
He is.
Trossard.
Yeah, he is.
It's interesting because, again, we spoke about this before on the Starting 11 show. People tend to say with Trossard that when he starts, he's not his most effective. A lot of the Arsenal fans seem to regard him more these days as an impact player, but he started today and he's looked very sharp.
So Vieira was fouled there, but that's a really good example of where he gets the ball, the options aren't there, so it's left to him one-on-one to figure out this problem with the fullback. And more often than not, I don't expect him to find the solution. I'm not blaming you. That's not me. I'm not criticising his quality as a player. I just think
there was a bit of a cynical foul there by Hincapié on him.
he bought it. He did well. Like Vieira realised, well, I can't really go anywhere here. Let me just make sure I at least win a foul out of this.
Why are you not criticising his quality, though?
Well, because if you don't have the pace to get out of it, you don't have the pace to get out of it.
It doesn't have the strength either, like, so it does come down to quality. It's not just one thing missing that he's lacking. Like, he's got the
that's another physical attribute, I guess.
yeah. It is.
Oh, that's a lovely ball.
It is
Jesus is
physical
in the
with him,
box. He's looking for someone to.
No.
He's a bit
unlucky.
behind him.
I get what you're saying. Like, a player with enough trickery and quality finds a way to work an angle, play a pass, but
Yeah.
I just feel like he's often find himself in these situations where I'm like, yeah, I'm not expecting him to get out of this. But I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'm giving him too much. What's the word? Leeway. Is that Trossard dropping deeper?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, they'll all just play anyway, won't they?
Running things.
Is that?
That's the thing with Jesus, Havertz, Trossard.
Oh, he's demanded the ball back. There's no one in the
And
box
that
though.
was Erdegaard over there.
Havertz is now arriving in the box. A few others. Oh, that's
Oh, lucky. That was a ball.
That was good
That was a
football.
ball.
Odegaard.
Hey, fair
You see that
play.
again? Was that corner? Yeah.
Yeah. He's having a great game, Leo. So Erdegaard came over to that side. Trossard had dropped deep before running beyond.
That was a nice ball. Oh, he scuffed
Yeah,
it.
he did.
Shinned it.
Come on, Fabio, man.
As I was saying before, potentially a big season for him.
It's not potentially, it is for
Yeah.
sure. no one really wants to say this, but we sold Smith Rowe for 13 million. If he goes and does brilliantly at Fulham, and Vieira was the one we kept, Hale End boy, Smith Rowe, all that, who, let's be honest, has also shown more in Arsenal than Vieira, fans will rightly have a lot of questions. I personally believe it was the right thing to keep Vieira and not.
Oh, that's a good delivery.
Cross. Punched out by the keeper. That was Vieira's corner.
The thing with Vieira
I do think it was the right thing, keeping
Yeah.
Vieira and letting Smith Rowe go for 34, but people will ask questions.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assumption. One thing I would say about Vieira, I don't think any of us have really questioned his talent. I think the knock on Vieira is his physicality or lack thereof. A lot of people think that he's not really a Premier League type player. So I would imagine in the
It's
pre-season.
everything though, man. I think like don't get me wrong, you're right. I agree, but it's even lack of physicality aside, he hasn't really shown even.
He's shown glimpses.
3 glimpses in 2 years? Like, come on, man. Now, 1 goal against Brentford, a good cross into
No,
the
I'm
box.
talking in terms of
against...
talent. He's shown that he's got talent. It's
Nah,
just
I don't think he
more
has, to be
consistency.
honest. Flash in the pan.
I think he has.
Flash in the pan, though.
Yeah.
What are we picking out here? A cross into the box, a goal against Brentford.
Yeah, but he's done things that, like, I don't think many others in the Arsenal squad have. Like that cameo against Brentford when Fulham when he came on. I know it's one game, like I know.
What, when he assisted Eddie?
Yeah.
Yeah, but come on, man.
It's a great cross.
It was a great cross, I know. But that's 3 moments that we picked out in 2 years.
Yeah, I don't know. I see a lot of talent. I worry maybe he lacks. Like when Muniri and Lewis Skelly were playing in pre-season, they're 17, but they don't look 17.
Yeah.
Vieira does look that little bit.
And when you consider as well that he
too
didn't
much
come cheap,
physically.
did he? What was he, 35 million?
No, yeah, exactly.
So we have a right to expect a certain level of performance and consistency with him, which, as Turkish in his usual unequivocal way has pointed out, he's not delivered so far, which is why we're saying this is a big season for him, because I would imagine that it's all or nothing this season.
Yeah, it is.
For him. Yeah, I think there's a few players in that. We spoke about Partey earlier. Oh, a bit naughty with the elbow there by Tapsoba.
Let's get some super chats in. So Abdullah says, we can win the Premier League without a striker, but we need another 10 to 15 goal winger. Kaya, 13 goals, 7 assists in the Premier League is a false 9 after a slow start. More than Firmino when they won the Premier League. We just need our Salah and Mane. Not easy to find.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a bit.
I sort of get your point about adding a goal-scoring winger. That's kind of where I am too. P. Dubes says, big up, boys. James, was nice meeting you in Philly. You guys pumped about Jesus' new deal. We're getting rid of Richie for Solanke. Levels, guys. So I guess you're a Tottenham fan. Yeah, I mean, 2 years ago, I don't think you'd have been happy having Solanke over Richarlison. But it's funny how football changes quickly. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I'm surprised how quiet all clubs have been in the transfer window, really. I expect a big final 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, I think it could be one of those domino effect things, couldn't it? Could be get to the last week or so, and then there's one major move that goes down, and then that triggers a whole wave of activity. I can't imagine it's going to be this quiet until the end of the window.
Oh, that was nice.
Well done, Trossard.
He's enjoying himself. So
He
look at that.
really is.
Beautiful.
This is Trossard at
He's
his
balling
best.
balling out.
Turkish, what Trossard did there is an example of what I need to see more from Vieira in those areas.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, there's not a lot of room,
Tight space.
nowhere to go, show some quality and drag
Exactly.
yourself
That's
out
the
of
quality
it.
I want to see.
Yeah, I get you. I get you on
And
that front.
if I could just add as well, that man on the ball, not talking about.
Oh,
That's a good
unlucky.
shot.
Unlucky.
Trossard forces a good save from distance, low effort.
Decent.
That
Near
was
post.
rolling
There
into
was
the
another
net.
guy in the build-up to that play there, Jesus. This is a big season for him also. I think he needs to show us what he's got, man.
Oh, that was nice.
Do you guys agree?
Cheeky effort.
Yeah, he does. I think it's people. Yeah, I mean, don't get twisted. He needs to prove himself. He always did after that first season, but I think people are quickly forgetting how good he is, and how, you know, there wasn't much between Jesus' first season and Havertz's first season. All of a sudden, Havertz is the fan favorite, and Jesus is the one that can be, you know, left off.
Yeah, but I think that's a bit natural with football fans, isn't it? It's what have you done for me lately? And if you're going to compare the two, then obviously Havertz, especially towards the end of last season, he had a good end of last season.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, this is good.
Nice.
Oh,
Unlucky.
Unlucky.
By the way, if people in the comments asking about the game, it's on Arsenal.com. That's the that's where you can watch it. For anyone wondering, I know a few people in the comments have been asking. Arsenal.com. They're showing it on the Arsenal website.
25 minutes gone. Arsenal 2, Leverkusen 0. If you're just joining us, thanks very much, first and foremost. But yeah, we're witnessing a good game. Arsenal 2 up, 2 goals inside the first 10 minutes, 2 beautiful goals. The first one, a really good strike by Zinchenko, who started and finished the play. And then the second goal was brilliant build-up play and a lovely finish by Trossard, who I think we would all agree so far has been man of the match so far. I don't think there's any shadow of a doubt about that, is it?
Yeah.
He's run things so far.
Nice. Oh, I like it.
But there are other Arsenal players that have looked pretty sharp as well. Yeah, so far so good.
26 minutes in, yeah, so far so good. Leverkusen need to ramp it up a little bit though.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly the position I don't like Jorginho in.
Yeah, two
acres of space around. Oh,
2 forward.
Tobias saying Zinchenko's played well so far, and I completely agree. He's having on and off the ball.
Yep,
having
definitely.
a good game.
Oh, that.
Wow,
Oh.
is he offside?
Oh,
Yes,
that
he
was
is.
a touch. That was a beautiful touch.
Yeah, he brought that down really well. But, good defending. Played him offside there.
Yeah, he's off. He's off.
He was the lean in it.
There's
Talking
no
of offside, do you think in the
Gladys,
pre-season
yeah.
game, do you think we were the beneficiary of a offside goal? Against
Oh, what, the
United?
Jesus one?
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? Like, I've watched it back a lot because I shouldn't care, but I did. I don't think he's 100% offside. A lot of people just ran with it, like, oh, he's off. I watched that again from the very limited football angles, broadcast angles you get. I don't think it was absolutely like there's no question he's offside here.
Yeah.
I think he probably was, but again, would love to have seen VAR or whatever.
I mean, in the
semi-automated
studio,
offside thing.
when we watched it, we kind of called it straight away. So, yeah, it looked like it could have been
Maybe,
offside, we
but then
took it.
I think Martinelli was miles on when he was 1-1 with Onana, and they
that's
waved the flag. So that's the thing with pre-season. That's why I don't get too, they get too hung up on results. But obviously, everything with context. That's a very narrow press, isn't it?
Arsenal's energy levels do look good, though. They look sharp.
Yeah.
Which is good to see. Pre-season, you want to see that. Obviously, they're not going flat out. But even so, you want to see a certain energy about your team. And I think we're seeing that so far.
Fitness levels are good.
Yeah.
And we're in control of everything as well, really.
Yeah.
Leverkusen had a couple of moments just outside our box, but nothing's come of it.
So Havertz holding his head. His head or his...
A few tackles going in.
Maybe he's not happy with the way he landed here. He's having a good game, Kai Havertz.
Yeah, he is.
And now Arteta giving some instructions. Super chat from Abdullah says, my opinion, we are Saka and Martinelli having a repeat of their 22-23 season away from winning the Premier League. I sort of get what you're saying. You get that output from those two.
Ooh.
So what does it look like there? Is it? No, he's fine. He's honestly.
Yeah, he's okay.
Or is he? Yeah, he is.
You'll run that off, I'm sure.
Interesting that Ødegaard has started last season, drops a lot deeper now to
Yeah,
well
I've
played.
noticed that. Do we want that, though?
Oh, shut up. I'm really willing it to happen.
Should have really been trying to.
Oh, that was...
That's nice.
What was Jesus
that was
doing?
typical Jesus, that,
What
isn't it?
Jesus can do.
Introducing that street footballer element to it. Yeah, I'm not so sure if we want Odegaard dropping that deep, to be honest. I want him further up the pitch.
He would have dipped both of them.
Yeah. There's Zinni on the ball alongside Jorginho, now to Odegaard.
Leverkusen ain't really
having a go.
Yeah, they're just watching us.
I'm no expert on Leverkusen, but let us know in the comments, and if you guys know, were they a particularly high pressing team last season?
Yeah, I think they were known as a quite energetic pressing team, but with good passing ability as well. That was what I kind of seen from them. It's interesting that they've actually had more possession in this game than we have. Doesn't look like it, does it? But they have.
Oh, unlucky. I don't mind the idea there.
Oof.
They've had more possession.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
Statistically.
really good from Gabriel.
Is it?
Statistically, yeah. Although that doesn't compute to any chances on goal for them. They've not had a single shot.
No, Rise had nothing to do.
Yeah. But they have had 53% possession to our 47%. I must admit, it doesn't look like that, but that's what the stats say.
We've had 5 shots to their 0. As I knock the mic. Okay.
Come on, man.
And I must admit as well, immediately after we scored our second goal, they did have a 5-10 minutes where they looked quite threatening. But since then, Arsenal have pretty much controlled things again. So it's good passing.
Yeah, Arsenal have been very
efficient,
secure in
very
everything
efficient.
they've tried to do. Here we go. What have we got, Fabio? That's like all I can ask him to do from us.
Oh, that's lovely by Odegaard, but
Yeah.
brought down.
You know?
So are you looking at Vieira as a possible rival for that right-sided forward?
No, unfortunately I'm not. I see Vieira as like, you know, if Odegaard's out, could he come in and he won't obviously be as good as Odegaard, but can he come in and try and do that role in the team? A lot more central touches, a lot of linking up play. And if you can get in and around the box, play some threaded passes, create something, little moments of magic. But yeah, we've not seen him in that area of the pitch for 2 years. I'm being deadly serious. That Brentford game early in this 22-23 season was like the last time I think I saw him in that Odegaard position. I mean, maybe some Europa League games.
Free kick to Arsenal. We've got Trossard and Odegaard standing. It looks more like a left foot delivery there, but Trossard's going to take it.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Trossard. Is it just me or are they standing miles away from?
It's going to be a cross into the box. It's good delivery. Headed out for a corner. So, Turkish, what do you think of Leverkusen so far?
No, nothing really. I can't lie. They've had a couple
We've nullified
moments.
them, really, haven't we?
Yeah, they had a couple moments where they're in and around our box, but nothing's come of it.
Yeah, exactly.
No
I think
saves
we've
to
pretty
make,
much
no
controlled the game. As I said, after we scored the first 2 goals, they did sort of come at us for a little bit. But since then, nothing. In fact, they've not had a shot on goal yet this game so far. And we're like almost 35 minutes into the match. So, yeah. Corner to Arsenal. Who's over that? Trossard. Oh, that's decent delivery again.
Yeah.
Oh.
On target.
Fair enough.
Who was that?
Zinchenko, I think. Enjoying his new number.
Yes.
I've been disappointed with Leverkusen, if I'm honest.
Yeah, they haven't really. I don't know, man.
I think the Garcia in midfield's a new signing for them, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
And is that Terrier the guy who I think we've been linked to? Yeah, Martin Terrier. Yeah, how old is he? 27. Yeah, look, I expected a bit more from Leverkusen. We're only 35 minutes in, to be fair.
Giving it away on the edge of the box, but they get it back.
We do press well. That was one thing we did well in the Liverpool game. We didn't punish them, but We pressed so well in that game.
Played at the back well though.
Yeah, they did. Oh my word! Just as I said, I wasn't impressed by them. They're playing vintage Barcelona football. Oh man.
That's a good ball in. Zinchenko header away.
My word, that is
Between him and
composed, isn't it?
Trossard, they get rid of it, which is good. The only thing is to giving it straight back to them, so they're back on the attack again. Frimpong.
They haven't come down Ben White's side once.
Yeah.
They
I think
keep
a
on-
lot of teams, when they're looking to attack Arsenal,
Yeah, they're
they
probably
tend to go down that side, don't they? Because a lot of teams would
Yeah, they are.
acknowledge Arsenal are less strong defensively on that left-hand side. But today, anyway, that's not been the case. We've looked good all over the pitch.
Well defended.
Leverkusen with a spell of possession here, but they're not creating anything to
They're
worry
struggling,
about
man.
as of yet, anyway. Some nice little neat passing by Leverkusen, but nothing penetrative yet. Ball goes out to Frimpong on the wide. He's looking to take on Zinchenko, but they double up on him, so he's forced to. Oh, he does go past Zinchenko quite easily there. That's a bit too easy for me, that.
Yeah,
A little drop the shoulder, turn of pace, and he left him for dead.
not the first time.
Or is that me being overly critical?
No, he dipped him.
He did him there, innit?
Mm-hmm. You caught him cold.
Yeah.
Slowed him
Kind
down.
of stood him up. But we're on the attack, Jesus. Looking threatening. Will he have a shot? Yes, he does. It's
Hey,
a goal!
well done.
Oh!
Oh, what a strike.
Great goal.
Looked like
Although the
the keeper should
goalkeeper
have done
looked like
better.
he should have done better with that, to be honest.
Like, get in.
Jesus.
Get in.
I think they're determined to prove our poll wrong, you know. 3-0 in the first half.
Brilliant hit.
Very nice.
The so-called unbeatable Leverkusen are getting smoked.
Well, they are, let's be honest.
They are so far.
They haven't had a shot on goal yet.
No.
And they're 3-0 down.
What was that? Did that come from a press? Because I just looked up
Yeah,
at
it did.
Jesus who's running that man. Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
looked in
bad
here.
throw.
Okay.
Jesus
Nice.
did that all himself, man.
Yeah.
All his own work. Look at that. Cuts inside. Opens up for him. He has a shot. Like I said, I think the
Yeah.
keeper,
Should've
that's
done
not his
better,
best
but
moment there, man.
nice.
He should have done better with that, but who cares?
Nice
Yeah,
finish.
Definitely should have
Wow.
done better, but well done. Well done, Gabriel Jesus. Keep it low. Yeah.
I think if you're Xabi Alonso, you're going to have a word with a few of your defenders there as well, aren't you? The way they just let him run through like that. It's not good. But that's very good by Jesus, who has looked quite sharp today. Gets a pat on the back by Fabio Vieira. But
He's the
yeah,
only striker we got that can score that goal.
I don't know. I think Eddie could have done that.
Eddie ain't beating a man. Not like that.
But yeah, listen, man, that was a very good goal. And Arsenal been very good in this half. 3-0 up against a team who a lot of people are saying one of the best in Europe. So that's good.
I mean, this is good. 3-0
very
up.
good.
3-0 up in the first half. Against
Oh, it's
Leverkusen.
nice from
We'll take that.
Leverkusen though.
Here comes
Frimpong again.
Frimpong. Well
Mm,
done, Saliba.
corner.
And they're yet to have a shot on goal.
Yep, they haven't.
Right, dealing with everything.
Good place to
Right.
be though. Second half we can see Ranieri, Skelly.
Mm.
Who else? We interested in seeing
Rice, Saka.
Eddie.
They do, yeah. Is
Who's
Reece Nelson on the bench?
Yeah, I think he is, yeah. Yeah, he is.
And I did see
Martinelli,
Kivior
Partey.
sat on the bench there, but he's not listed in a matchday squad, is he?
No, he is. So that was an error. He is in the match day squad.
Oh, he is? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
There's just an error on the graphic. Well done. That doesn't count as a shot, by the way. Cross.
No,
Thank you very much.
That was a cross that was overhit. Oh, that's... Oh, lovely
Well
by
done.
Jesus. Man, just-
Well done.
Oh, he
Jesus.
had a little nibble there. That's a bit poor.
Who was it?
Don't know. You're wondering if it was granite, weren't you?
No, I just Because we had the ball. Ref could have just let it play on. You're not going to book him.
Yeah. Was that
think-
booking in the Premier League?
I think so. It's sloppy by Jesus.
Yeah,
Gave
that
that
was.
away.
And you had a few sloppy moments like that in pre-season on the edge of the area, but having a really good game today.
Frimpong.
Yeah. The amount of players who got back to health. Ooh, they're claiming a penalty, you know.
Get up, man. It's pre-season, man.
This taps over. So who is number 12? Yeah.
The guy was about to stay on the floor for VAR.
You're not wrong, you know.
Nice and compact by Arsenal. Quite a few players back.
I think it's something that goes very under the radar with Arsenal. Like, we are capable of pressing high up the pitch. We are capable of being really relentless in the press. But our ability to all as one group just recover into a shape really deep and just say, right, what have you got? Break us down.
Yeah, you can tell they do a lot of work on defence.
Yeah, we spent enough money on it as well.
No, but what you said there about changing the shape when you're out of position is important. Because as good as Gabriel and Saliba are, you do need the whole team to defend as a unit, don't you?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so
Their job's made easier by Jorginho and Havertz parking themselves right in front. You know, Odegaard and Jesus make sure that space from defence to attack is really narrow and short.
That was nice.
Yeah. And we got done by a passage of play similar to that against Liverpool.
We're
But
back down.
yeah, much better. That cost
They
me.
need something before half-time. Was the game just going to peter out?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if they even got one back just to make it more
I don't
exciting
think
again.
Mikel Arteta
I
would be
would.
agreeing with you with
Oh,
that.
it's pre-season, man.
Yeah, but somewhere there's an error in there.
In terms of entertainment factor, yeah, but I'm pretty sure. Because I noticed, I was watching with interest Arteta's body language in those games in America. There was a few games, you know, where he looked quite pissed off.
Yeah.
He was quite animated, and when we conceded goals, you could see he wasn't happy. So he does set a certain standard, is what I'm
sure he
saying.
does.
You know what I mean? Likewise, I'm sure Xavi Alonso will be pretty upset with his players as well. I mean, as much as we giving Jesus credit for that third goal, for example, it was poor, wasn't it? I mean, it started from the throw-in of theirs that dropped short.
Yeah.
And Jesus picked the ball up and he ran from inside our half all the way into the other half, unchallenged. Has a shot, which is accurate, but it's not the hardest in the world. You would expect the keeper to have done better there, but he didn't. So yeah, Xavi Alonso will probably be mentioning that come half time.
Yeah. The first goal we scored, I mean, the second goal's quality from an individual perspective, the awareness of Jesus, Havertz and Trossard. And obviously we earn it with the press. That first goal, I love the way Zinni inverted, picked up the ball. Oh, unlucky, God. You know, picked up the ball, found that run of Havertz off the ball. And between, you know, those two and Trossard, you know, they have the awareness, they make the run, and Zinchenko buries it from a Havertz cutback.
Frimpong is looked by far Leverkusen's most threatening player. Oh.
Yeah, she did well there in the end, Zinni. I thought he got done, but he recovered.
Would you agree, you guys?
Say that again?
Frimpong for Leverkusen's looked their best player. So
Yeah,
far.
yeah. That's where their threats come from, really. But not major.
Nothing.
Apart from that
overly to
one
worry
time he done Zinni, it was a
Yeah.
good cutback, but it was just
about.
behind.
But most
the
of
guy.
the attacks seem to come through him, if you see what I mean. Here he is again on the ball. But we're doubling up on him. But he's gone past Zinchenko again there. That was too easy. They should have scored, really.
Ooh.
That was good, yeah, from Frimpong.
We're into the last minute, people.
That's his thing,
Again, Zinchenko. I don't want to call him out, man, but there's been a couple of times, man, where.
Yeah.
That there, Turkish,
and there we go. That's
was an
the-
example of where I can't be mad at Vieira. So the ball's come out to him on the right. There's a counter-attack.
Zinchenko.
He like has to turn back, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
there's just, and that for me is where I'm like, why are we using him there? Because if Saka got that ball, he is driving at them. Even if he just pushes them all the way to the to the touchline or nearer their box before he comes inside, at least he's done that.
Yeah.
With Vieira, I'm like, I will need to see more of the Trossard stuff on the touchline, the close control, the quality, keeping possession. But in those situations, I'm like, he's never going to do any better than that. I want to see him in more central areas, see if he can tie the play together. But I just think Arteta might have left that idea behind. He wants more presence. He wants more physicality. Mourinho's 6'2", right? And that's who we're targeting next.
Yeah.
Right, okay,
yeah.
just to sum up then, Arsenal 3-0 up. Who would have thought that before the start of the game? Arsenal 3, Leverkusen 0 at half-time, 3 goals. 2 goals inside the first 10 minutes. The first one, really good strike by Zinchenko, having started the move as well. Second one, great build-up play and a great individual finish by Trossard. And the third goal on the 38th minute by Gabriel Jesus started when a throw-in from Leverkusen was intercepted inside our half by Jesus, picked up the ball, ran into the Leverkusen half, ran for a couple of players, had a shot. Goalkeeper should really have done better, but I don't want to take too much credit away from Jesus. Fantastic goal. Arsenal 3-0 up, and Turkish, it has to be said, I don't think 3-0 flatters us really, does it?
Nah, it doesn't. But I mean, Leverkusen haven't shown up. Defensively, they've just looked so slow all over the place. They don't really look sharp. Like equally, we've praised our sharpness. Their defense in particular doesn't look sharp at all.
It has to be borne in mind.
a-
I have to say that in terms of how far the teams are along in their preparation, I think this is their 3rd game. Or is it their 4th game?
Who?
So we've played a few more games than them.
It's our 4th game.
But we did have a couple of games back in England, didn't we?
No.
Behind closed doors.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. We had a behind closed doors
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, who was it? Not Ipswich. No, who was it?
Someone.
So could it be that their defensive failings
my
have
brain
been
thinking
as a
Ipswich?
result of their
Nah,
lack of
man, they should be
preparation
ready.
so far?
They should be ready.
Should be ready. I mean, like I said, the 3rd goal,
Leighton
I'm
Orient?
sure.
I think it was
It might have been
Leighton
late in Orient, yeah.
They beat 2-0. Yeah. Look, you had better players like Saliba back, Raya in goal. The build-up's going to be better. The platform's going to be better. The shape, everything's going to be better. But we did see Havertz, Jorginho, Odegaard playing out in the US. We did see Trossard. We did see Vieira. We did see Jesus. We did see Ben White. We did see Gabriel. We did see Zinchenko. Everyone's levels have gone up massively.
Yeah.
I think the intensity and the fitness was always there in the US. But in this game, it's just all clicked. Now, worth knowing that doing what looks like a warm-down routine is William Saliba, Fabio Vieira, Gabi Jesus and Zinchenko out there on the touchline, as you can see just behind where the coverage is. So that tells us they're probably coming off. We know in the US when their friendlies were over, those who played less than an hour or so really had cameos. They went on to do another training session. So this might be a proper warm-down for those players as they're going to probably leave the pitch. So we can start to assume that the likes of Nwaneri maybe, Lewis Skelly, Kivior, Saliba's coming off. Yeah, so Kivior will probably go centre back for Saliba.
It's not exciting though, is it? It's not exciting though, is it?
Well, there's changes.
It's this. We're missing a name.
Oh no, I agree. Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's just like
I'm just
do you mean
telling you.
by
I'm
that,
just telling you.
no,
what's
no,
happening.
I don't mean you. I mean like I'm
I wish
listening.
I
I'm
could say
listening to
Messi
what you're
was warming
saying
up.
and trying to work out how like what. Obviously, Ranieri and Lewis Skelly would be good. To
No,
see
but
again,
it does make sense though from the manager's perspective. The fact that we're 3-0 up as well gives him the license to make changes. Gives the people who have turned up today and the people watching the game today a chance to see some of the other guys.
Let's try predict it. So we just Zinchenko's coming off. By the way, great half from Zinni.
Yeah, excellent half.
What are we thinking? Lewis Skelly
Yeah,
for a half?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
And then I would have said Kivior, but Saliba is warming down as well. There you go. You guys can see them there. So if Saliba's coming off, that tells me it's probably Kivior coming on at centre back alongside Gabriel.
Yeah, it looks
Must
like
be
it.
right.
So Kivior, Lewis Skelly are probably the two
Yeah.
coming on. Now, this gets interesting. Jesus is coming off. So is that for Eddie Nketiah? Or is that for another midfielder so that Havertz moves up top?
Well, I was about to say, knowing our manager, you probably play Havertz up top.
I think he's going to put Eddie on. I think he's going to
What is
leave
it,
Havertz.
Partey or Eddie then? Is that what it is?
Partey or Eddie or Nwaneri.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope it's him.
I hope it's Nwaneri.
Well, Eddie, man, save him, man. He's on the move. Protect those feet.
I'd go Nwaneri. And then Vieira coming off. I mean, your options are, again, could be Nwaneri on the right, could be Martinelli. Good chance of Martinelli out the right. Could be Saka. But would he give Saka a whole 45? He might.
He might do.
He might do. It could be Rice, by the way. Coming off.
Heaven could come on, centre back instead of Kivior.
Heaven could be coming on, but again, it's because it's Gabriel who's staying on and Saliba coming off. I'm interested to see. So yeah, look, there are going to be some changes. I'm going to grab a bottle of water. Would you two like one?
Yes,
Yeah. Sort me out.
Get water in there.
Yeah, I mean, the changes will be rung, and it'll be interesting to see how many of them get on. I mean, like I said, the fact that we're 3-0 up will give the manager license to make even more changes. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, hopefully he does, because it's ideal. I mean, who's coming off? Jesus, Gabriel.
There's a few. Yeah,
Did you say Jesus, Gabriel, and Zinchenko? Listen, it's a chance to bring Nwaneri on for sure.
It could be even more.
Yeah, I wouldn't say just them three, but maybe the second half opening, them three come off, and then 10, 15 minutes in, more changes. But again, I mean, on the bench, young players, Other than that,
let's see him, man.
Other than that, I'm not. Back to the transfer window. Edu, you can leave the game now. It's done. Let's go find this attacker we need.
Yeah, well, although Jesus has staked a claim and said, "Look, man, I can score too."
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not. All of these men can score. Look how many goals you scored in the last 2 years, but it comes down to crunch time. And listen, now crunch time is different. I mean, last season we look back at crunch time. Crunch time was Aston Villa or West Ham or Fulham. We didn't necessarily know it was crunch time at the time, even though now we know against City every week is crunch time. Really, you can't afford to. We all know Trossard is probably our best finisher in terms of the number 9s we got. But
Certainly
at the same time, his best work is probably done outside the box. So it's hard to.
You know the whole the reason I want to add a forward, it's not even just a need thing. We scored 91 goals last season. I'm very aware that we don't need to add 20 more goals to this team. It's not so much that. It's like every year that we fall just short of City, the job isn't to catch those extra 2 points on City the year after. Football evolves again. Like, the teams have figured us out a little bit. We need to adopt new tactics. Man City will do something different. It's a brand new season. So you almost, you got to think about last season and what went wrong and then improve on that. But it's also reinventing yourself a little bit. Are we going to go into next season with teams particularly worried about setting up again for Saka, Havertz, Martinelli, maybe Jesus? They are, Trossard. They are, in the sense that they're very good players. But City won the league and added Doku. When they were Centurions and they had Sterling and Sane, they went adding Mahrez, very different winger, more ball-to-feet winger. They just reinvented themselves again. Mahrez scored a crucial goal on the final day to win them that back-to-back title for them. So, a lot of it as well is, let's reinvent ourselves. Last season didn't work. Well, no, it worked to a point, it wasn't quite enough. But it's not a case of, just do last season a little bit better. You've got to throw something new at it. So I think we need a forward, as well as for the lack of, the missed chances, the lack of efficiency at times, taking the load off Saka, Martinelli, whatever. It's also just because, don't we want to throw something else at teams next season? I think we do.
Give it a slightly different look.
Yeah.
Something else to think about, isn't it?
Always. You always got to have something new to think about.
Especially if you're chasing.
Yeah, exactly.
You might be able to afford it if you're winning, especially winning 6 out of the last 7. But apart from them, there ain't no one that can afford.
You know what people forget about Klopp's Liverpool? There was a spell, either the season they won the league or the season before, I can't remember. But do you remember when they brought Shaqiri into the team? They brought Shaqiri out on the right, where Salah was playing.
Yeah.
Salah was unreal on the right. They moved him up front, Firmino in the 10, and they moved Shaqiri out to the right.
Yeah.
So they went more 4-2-3-1. They got Firmino in natural areas, but they had a runner in Salah who was getting goals. So even they threw something different. For years, they were like, Imperials, no one was questioning them when it came to scoring goals. So you just always have to have something different up your sleeve. Like, Guardiola went from Aguero to Jesus to Foden, false nine, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva to eventually Haaland. You know, when they signed Haaland, it wasn't because they needed Haaland to win the league. It was, okay, he's an incredible striker, and if you can sign him, why wouldn't you? But as well, it was, right, this is kind of the next evolution of the team. So I just think we need to keep it fresh. We need to keep it fresh, keep reinventing ourselves.
That's what it is more than anything. I see someone said Turkish wants a big name striker. If you listened, I'd say there's no big names on the market, if any, on the list at all. So it's not a big name I want. It's a name. It's someone. It's freshening it up. It's adding another, another piece of ammunition to what has been great output to the last 2 years in attack.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
Something's let us down. Defensively, we've added someone on top of being the best defense. Now, what's wrong with adding someone in attack that's been the second best attack the last couple of years?
I'm completely with you on that. On that first half, by the way, apologies for Laurie asked this and I missed it when I was getting the water, but the standout players, I've got to have Zinchenko and Havertz up there. I think Ødegaard was great. I think Jesus obviously did some great things. Trossard for sure. Mm-hmm. But a lot of players, I mean, no one wasn't on it. I think Vieira had very few touches. White wasn't so in the game, but obviously did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
But kind of standouts for you in that first half?
Trossard by far was a standout, but
the best player.
Yeah, but I think a few of them. I think Jesus is pressing, Havertz as well, involved, 2 assists, pressing well. Vieira probably been the poorest of the front four. Aside from that, defensively look calm, composed. But again, Leverkusen have been so poor. It's hard to really, first 20 minutes I was saying was sharp. We look on it, but as the half drew to a close, I just look back and think, well, Leverkusen ain't really offered much throughout the half. So as much as we've looked sharp, they're not really testing us. But yeah, so far so good. Goals and the chance to give a couple of the fringe ones or the young ones or the ones we still need to sell, put them in the window.
Some interesting context from Sadiq with the super chat says today is Leverkusen's 3rd game. It is Arsenal's 4th game. Okay, fair enough. So it's not like we're miles ahead of them here in terms of pre-season. I remember when we smashed Barca 5-3 at SoFi, it came with the caveat of they had, I think, an illness, didn't they, in the camp before they played us, and then they were kind of like, I think maybe that was their 1st or 2nd game of pre-season, maybe even their 1st. So you had to kind of contextualise it with that. In this case, Leverkusen, for me, have a very strong... If I look at the team, right, like I keep reminding myself, I'm no expert on Leverkusen, and I don't really watch much football outside the Premier League, bit of a flaw of mine. But when I look at their team, is Kovar their number 1 starting goalkeeper?
Yes, he is.
He is, okay, fine. Kosanu, Tar and Tapsoba, I mean, even I know that's their starting back 3. Hincapi for sure is a starter for them in some capacity. Xhaka, we know. Garcia is a summer signing. Frimpong is their starting wing-back. Then you got Wirtz. Terry, I think, was a new signing maybe this summer, if not, hasn't been there that long. And Adley, I definitely saw him starting some games for them up top last season. So, this is a strong Leverkusen 11.
It is.
That's gone out in their 3rd pre-season game, and we've really kind of flexed on them a little bit. I think it's good to see.
Yeah. Well, we got off to a good start. I mean, those 2 goals in a minute, in the 8th and 9th minute, is whenever you do that to a team, you do put them on the back foot. Yeah. Then of course we go on to score a 3rd goal. So once you're 3-0 up half time, But even prior to that, though, we'd restricted them to, I think they've had 1 shot on target. Yeah. In the whole first 45 minutes. So we have kind of nullified them.
Yep. They're warming up now. Doesn't look like they've made too many changes.
And let's be honest, James, they're not going to want to come to the Emirates and get humiliated because they are seen as one of the better teams in Europe. Champions of Germany.
Oh, for sure.
Went unbeaten in the league season. Won the German Cup. Got to the Europa League final. So they got a big reputation, yeah? Yep. So they're not going to want to come here and get smoked. So I would imagine in the second half, they're going to probably come out and have a real go. Let's hope they do.
Let's hope they do. I'm trying to see now what changes Arsenal are going to make. They're definitely making some. Oh, Nathan Taylor's coming on. He's a good winger. But the Arsenal players taking their time getting out there. They're in no rush.
Odegaard's Raya. Ben White, Jorginho, Havertz. Told
There's
you
Lewis
take
Skelly.
Lewis Skelly.
Saka,
Saka's
Rice,
on. Right.
Kivior.
Trossard.
No rest for anyone.
Straight in, that's good, man.
I just know they got back. Enjoyed the Euros, did you? Right, there you go. 50 press-ups. Get on with it. Not wasting
I'm
any
sure they
time.
want to play, though. I mean, let's be honest, man. I mean, first game's not far away now, is it?
Hey, so does that mean Havertz up front?
It does.
Yeah, probably.
I did say that.
Yay!
Didn't I? They'd be
I can
reluctant.
enjoy football again, people. Oh, Gareth Southgate, you put me through it this summer. Oh, I'm really excited for Lewis Skelly, man. Really excited for him. He's playing with basically the first teamers out of the Emirates. Good on him. Let's see how he does.
If you're lagging. Put your top back on, mate.
Who are you talking to?
Your
There you
nephew.
First time we've seen Declan Rice in the pre-season.
Yeah.
I'm sure he can't wait to get started, and Saka, to be honest.
Here we go. So let's have Havertz up front.
What do you think of Declan Rice in the Euros, by the way? There's been some conjecture as to how well he really did. There were some people saying he did well. There are others that were quite critical of him.
Look, we had a manager take Real Madrid's player of the season, one of the midfielders of the Premier League season, the Premier League player of the season, Arsenal's main man, Bayern Munich, 40-goal a season striker, you know, arguably the best right-back the Premier League's ever seen, a generational right-back too, the best ball-playing centre-back in football, and he made all of them look average or worse.
I take it you're not impressed with Gareth
Well,
Southgate.
let's put it this way. If Rice struggled at the Euros, I'm not really blaming him too much. But I don't think he was as bad as people said either. I think he did okay.
Yeah. And I do agree with you. I think when people were saying that he was picking up the ball and then passing it square and not getting forward enough, and people quoting the lack of forward passes, to me, you're right, James, that says more about the system in which he was deployed rather than the type of player he is, because no one was saying that about him at Arsenal, were they? And we saw him all season, every single game.
Yeah.
So, I think that speaks volumes, really.
But do you know what I do think is fair? That if there is a shortcoming to Rice's game, is that he's not that really intricate through the lines passer. I think he can do it, but like running a game where he's just constantly finding the tens, finding.
I think it's fair to say we didn't see him operating at his strengths. What we know he can do at Arsenal, he wasn't doing that in England, and I would suggest that is a tactical thing rather than him as a player.
Yeah, I'm interested if Rice throughout his career develops into a player who can really control a game. I think that's a very unique talent, and I don't know if that's the type of midfielder he is, but. I think he'll. Listen, he's so bloody good at so much that I'm not really that worried about him having one or two shortcomings.
But we're off and running in the second half. Just a recap: Arsenal
pass.
3, but Leverkusen 0.
And dare I say, we've strengthened at half time.
We have.
Right, you bring
Got a
on
couple of
Rice and
heavy hitters
Saka.
on. Oh, that's lovely.
To be fair, we've taken off Saliba. And Zinni for Lewis Skelly, but
that's a good ball.
that's a brilliant
And who's forward
run
there?
by
Declan Rice. I mean, how many times did he see him in that position for England in the summer? Oh, that's good by Havertz. Can he cross it?
Done well. I said it, and then I saw him fumble the pass. I thought, Turkish
What
gonna
was that?
stare at me. Oh, and he's done well, and then I saw him just basically get tackled as the ball went to Rice or whoever it was. Oh,
Nice little spell of possession for Arsenal here. Determined to
Josh the Super Chat says, we may be able to win the league without a forward, but we certainly won't win the Champions League without one. We need another form of attack to get over that hump.
Oh, that's lovely there by Trossard.
Yeah, I
he
hear
really
that.
is enjoying himself.
Aston says, we need a midfielder, in my opinion. Take advantage of Barca and get De Jong for 45. Pick up a Marina for 30. Then go all in on Gyökeres or Osimhen. Smith Rowe, Nketiah and Reece pay for half of that. I'd be amazed if we signed a winger and a striker, but if we did, that'd be unbelievable. Or no, that's not even what you're saying, sorry, Aston. I'd be amazed if we signed De Jong and Marino. I think they're only going to add one midfielder.
Yeah, I think one's enough, man. We're right for midfielders.
Played a few iffy passes today. Gabriel does well.
What?
Played a few iffy passes today. Yeah. Sadiq says, thoughts on the tensions between Arsenal and Newcastle board. I saw some report, but I'll be honest, I haven't read it, so I'm not going to comment on it. But
yeah, I don't know enough about it. I saw a headline about that as well. I didn't really.
Yeah.
Maybe our contributor there can tell us what the contention is.
Rigo says 3-0 up. Should we not get Eddie on Turkish?
Yeah, make it 6. Right?
If that's what you think, then yeah, get him on, man. Oh, listen, I'm pretty sure he will come on.
No, man, Marseille, I'm not going to be happy about that.
Listen, maybe do Marseille up their offer? I mean, haven't they bought a striker or got a striker on loan?
Yeah,
Am I right in thinking that?
They're trying to get Mukoko, I think. There's another iffy pass by Jorginho.
Trying to, or have got them?
I don't know if they have got him, but I don't know.
Because if they have already, then it's quite possible that move for Eddie doesn't materialise.
It needs to materialise this summer. I don't care where. Just please. Enough is enough now, man.
Oh, come on.
Year in, year out here, an abundance of English clubs want him.
Do they?
Exactly. Do they? Ask Robbie.
There was talk about links to him and Palace. That seems to have gone cold.
Yeah, talks at best. Five minutes, second half. No, it's been all right.
Yeah, listen, we're pretty comfortable, aren't
The
we?
amount of changes we've made, had to find our feet again.
Yeah, we're pretty comfortable. Ball goes into the box here.
Oh,
That was actually well blocked, I think, by Lewis Skelly in the
it
end.
looked like a block.
Or was it?
He's giving a goal kick though.
Oh, did he just shank it?
Yeah, more or less.
Oh, maybe he just hit it into the ground. I really thought Lewis Skelly got on the end of that. Oh,
Nice.
that was done.
Good from Havertz.
Oh, unlucky. Shame we didn't come away with that. That was a good hold up.
That was a good touch. Oh, go on.
Odegaard leading that press from the front.
Yeah.
That's good.
They're struggling defensively, man.
A lot of Arsenal players there warming up. So imagine we'll see a whole host of changes around the 60th minute again. Really interesting that Arteta wanted to see Lewis Skelly at left back in particular for a whole 45 with this group out there. Probably tells you a lot about how much he rates him as a potential option there.
Nice.
That was really good.
Plus, we're missing 2 of our players there anyway.
Yeah,
We might as well get the minutes in now.
that's a good point, yeah. Yeah, you're right. How much of it as well is it about managing the minutes of a Saliba or a Zinchenko?
Cleared from Raya.
Yeah. That's a really good ball to Kai Havertz
Well
as well.
played.
Good
Okay.
strength there.
Well played. Unlucky.
Against his German teammate, Jonathan Tah.
That was
Both
well played.
Yeah, both of them starting together at the Euros.
Yeah, that's right.
I think Germany would have been disappointed to have gone out the quarters. I know they lost to Spain, the winners, and you can't do anything about when you draw them. But
They played the best against Spain, though. They could have
for
won
sure.
it themselves.
For sure they did. I really felt one of those.
Actually,
was
in
gonna
that
be
game,
one of them,
Havertz
yeah.
had a couple of chances that he could have done better with.
That lob he should have buried. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but I don't,
But I do think that overall Spain were the deserved winners. They did play the best
it
football.
was.
Yeah.
And probably it's funny because probably Germany were probably second, weren't they? Because there were a couple of teams in the tournament that were pretty awful. France, for example, England. Even though we got to the final, but we got to be honest, it wasn't great. But in terms of the football entertainment, you would say Spain and Germany are probably the two best teams, wouldn't they?
Yeah, easy.
Chelsea have agreed a £35 million deal for Samu Omorodian from Atletico Madrid. Striker.
All right. Makes sense that Atletico need to...
Who is he?
Shall I be honest? Very highly rated on Football Manager.
Was he young?
Striker, yeah, that's all I can tell you. That's honestly all I know about him. He was on.
Well, he can't be that highly rated if they're letting him go and bringing in Alvarez.
He's 20 years old. He's 6'4".
20. 6'4".
Yeah.
Interesting.
Should we see what his goals?
Oh, he's 20, so I wouldn't.
If he's that good, James, do you think they're really going to let him go and spend 80 odd million on Alvarez? Because I think Alvarez has been overpriced there, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I think he's a bit of a prospect. 8 goals in La Liga last season for who was this? Alaves, it looks like.
From how many?
Oh, that's a good ball, but Raya was equal to it. I guess, though, in terms of economics, though, if they've sold a play for 35 million, then in it, the net value of Alvarez is 50 odd million, yeah. The net value.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe even a bit more. 53 or so.
We've been told that Alvarez was 81 million. So if this, yeah. So
oh, right. Sorry, you're right. Yeah.
So
I was thinking euros. Oh man, I don't know. Football market's gone crazy.
that's a bit of a serious statement of intent by Madrid in terms of winning their domestic league next season, then, isn't it?
Yeah, I was.
That much of an
I don't know
outlay
about
on a
them.
striker.
Well, with Mbappe coming into Real,
Well, that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
just sign who you want, mate.
So we only got no chance.
Limited chance, man. Very limited.
Yeah, it's not great.
Very limited.
10 minutes and nothing's happened, has it?
Not really.
Nope.
We made the changes, which was quite exciting, but Constantine says 4th season in a row without a backup for Saka, no new striker, no new midfielder. Will be his words, poo transfer window. Our expectations should be winning it.
It's true though, man. When you just put it
I
down
don't
like that,
disagree.
it's just come on. Just come on. And this Chelsea signed. He started 21 games last year. That was his first year at Alaves. The year before that, he was at Granada. For 1 year, he got one appearance, one goal.
That's good by some
Chelsea are crazy, you know. They're absolutely insane. I just don't get it. Am I missing something?
Listen, I don't know. I'll wait and judge.
I don't think so. You didn't talk about this guy when you've listed out 10 strikers we could have got in focus.
I think I listed about 30 on talking transfers. But listen, maybe very unknown quantity, maybe a potential there. I don't know. They seemed very set on signing this guy, which was interesting.
They were set on signing Jackson as well.
Yeah, I hear it.
Right.
Oh,
No.
I will say, love the new set. It's not quite as comfy as the sofas.
Come on. We'll just get a little pillow for
more
it.
focused there. So Gino gives the ball away there.
I'm
That's
kidding,
just-
big up production. Love the new set. Ah,
I think if you're Arteta, you'll be quite pleased so far in this second half that because you expected a bit of a riposte from Leverkusen, but it's not happened yet.
no. Also very.
Nah, 3-0 so comfy though. Plus
Yeah.
it's a friendly, they don't need to exert, they just need to not get embarrassed any further. Make
But
it
if you're
respectful.
Arteta, you'll bet your life that he will not want them to concede.
Yeah, of course.
Even if we don't score, he will not want them to
You
concede.
won't want them to drop off either, because as much as we're like, oh, we're 3-0 up, that's the work of the team in the first half. You're still looking at those players coming on in the
that's
second half
true, yeah.
to do their jobs and do something. So, yeah. But I guess also it's as much about recreating a proper Premier League occasion, which is obviously very difficult to do. But
Raya, what was he doing there?
I don't know. Gabriel's gone down holding his face.
You'll be all right.
Doesn't look happy though. It's a shame we couldn't have seen.
Do you think Raya should have done better with that? He comes and then he doesn't come.
Maybe Raya.
It seemed like a bit of miscommunication there as well.
It looked like Rad just he knew it was going wide, so just left it, but ran into Gabriel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing, man. He's all right.
Leverkusen about to make a couple more substitutions. Andrich and Belosian coming on. I think that Belosian, they just signed him.
I don't know, but Andrich, wasn't he the guy starting in Germany?
Yeah, he was, yeah. Quite a physical, big, strong guy.
Yeah, interested to see when Arsenal's next round of changes are. I imagine quite soon.
Gabriel's up, he looks all right. So much so that he's going to take the kick. And he gives it back to Raya. Raya goes long. It's a decent ball up there. Gives Havertz something to change.
It's actually Rice who managed to get all the.
Oh, was it Rice? Oh.
Yeah.
It's amazing that, isn't it? We never saw him that far forward in an England shirt at all.
No. No, wasn't the expectation.
Oh, that's a good ball.
Oh,
Leverkusen are in, and they got a. He shanked it.
Yeah.
He should have done better there. That's
Probably should have took a
Arsenal
touch.
fell asleep there. Got undone with the ball through the middle.
Still 30 to go as well. Yeah, big gap.
Yeah, big gap there.
Massive gap.
Apparently, it's a 7-year contract they're getting for Omorodian
They're finished, man.
at Chelsea.
No, that's typical Chelsea, though, isn't it? They like to engage in these long contracts.
Typical of recent times, yeah. But
Yeah.
they are far cry from what they was when I was pissed off at them.
You know, you talk about like
15 years back.
your
Couple more
days
Arsenal
growing up
subs,
watching
James.
football
Partey's coming
made you
on.
hate Man United and
Yeah.
a few other teams. Like that's what Chelsea are to me. I went to school with all Chelsea fans.
Yeah.
Lovely guys, but I hated them. And you know, Drogba was just like he ruined my childhood. Like,
Yeah.
Like that's the team.
That's fair.
The 6-0 on Wenger's
That's fair.
1000th. Like there's so many. The Europa League final, like,
Yeah.
which I know Arsenal have had bigger moments in history before that, but
That's your...
those are just the moments that Chelsea ruined so much for me, man. FA Cup semi-final defeats. So I'll always enjoy beating Chelsea. The 5-0 I enjoyed as much as any game last season, even though I was ill.
One day Matisse is going to welcome Samu.
Probably will.
Matisse don't have a fucking clue who he is, man.
He just went for Matisse.
Leverkusen have just made about 4 or 5 changes in one swoop there. I can't keep up with it.
Matisse is somewhere doing a watch-along for this game, probably going,
He's doing-
what do you say fuck me for?
Well, he's on ESPN doing Samu's numbers from the last 2 years, bruv. All 24 games, however many he's played.
Oh, bless him.
Yeah, as I was saying, Leverkusen have made about 5 changes there. And Arsenal making a few themselves.
Odegaard, Jorginho off. Gabriel
Partey's
off as
on.
well. And
Nice.
there he's on.
And
Nice.
there he's on.
And where he's on, Partey's on.
So we're going to have Rice, Partey and Nwaneri as a 3.
Yeah.
Let's see what he's about.
Full of tech.
Yep.
We were saying in the starting 11 show that it's a big season coming up for Thomas Partey. He needs to nail this season. Last season was very disappointing for him.
But you see, like, I respectfully disagree. Is Jorginho all right?
He looks
Looks very disappointed. Is that an injury? Maybe it's just
He's
not
got
after
to
the
be
game
injured.
he
He
had.
can't be cursing the fact that he's come off.
No,
Oh, well done, Lewis Kelly.
that was beautiful.
He's a player, man.
That was beautiful.
It's not like this Jorginho to show dissent from being taken
No,
off.
that's
So if
definitely
he's doing
injury.
that, throwing stuff on the floor, that must mean there's a
he's
certain
feeling something.
tightness or a knock or injury or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what? It might be a blessing in disguise.
Surely you're not wanting injury
No, not
to your own
wanting, but
players.
we
not.
It's not about wanting. It's about making sure we are covered in in multiple areas.
Yeah, so you should be disappointed then that he's
No, because
apparently picked up an
expect us
injury.
to cover it.
Yeah?
I expect us to cover it.
Yeah, but even if we do, surely you want all the players fit already come 2 weeks'
Yeah,
time.
if we cover it, they can take their time to be fit and ready. If we don't, that's when it becomes a problem.
That's a bit of a upside down way of looking at it, if you don't mind me
No,
saying
that's-
so.
That's front side up.
Oh, wow. That's an interesting way of looking at things. So you weren't minding being injured because you think we can cover it.
No, the guy's 30 something anyway, man. He's not. That's not.
Oh, that's decent. Oh, there's no one in the box saying that.
See, it's not only Eddie that can get the blunt side of the whatever.
That's certainly an interesting take on your part. But anyway,
Can I say,
yeah.
great to see like the minutes that Lewis Skelly and Ranieri are getting with these players, right? And Ranieri's just come on. He's got White behind him, Partey as the midfielder next to him, Saka out on the right.
But can
How-
I
how
say
that's up
something in
front,
response to that?
Yeah.
And, you may think I'm being a bit churlish.
Look,
but
there
I'm
we go.
gonna say
Look, it's
anyway.
just combined with Partey there. He's run. This is what I want to see. Like, I want to see how he does with these guys.
Oh, that's
Well done,
lovely.
Saka. Oh, there we go. 4-0. Kai Havertz.
That was played by Saka as well.
That was brilliant by Bukayo Saka. And the build-up, like I was just saying,
Great
this is what I
build-up.
mean, seeing these players. Lewis Skelly, like, what he did a couple minutes ago, it's these moments, but doing it alongside the first team. You're seeing how these players are doing in this game and in this
But I
environment
was about
too.
to say.
Havertz has done his growing, I think.
Really?
Like when he went down, I thought, did he overstretch it? And now he's hopefully not. But let's see.
Because he looked like he was.
Actually, no, it wouldn't be growing.
I
But
think
look, you see how he dropped back, and then he's hobbling at that
He
side.
wasn't expecting it to come to him, was he?
He'll be all right. He's robust. Did really well just to read it, stick a leg out.
First, I thought he stretched, but yeah, it doesn't look like a pull then.
That was great play by Saka as well. There, he absolutely skinned the defender.
I think he's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, what I was going to say, James, was you are right in terms of the
You see,
young
they're even
players.
showing it.
You are right in terms of saying how pleasant it is to see the young, how encouraging it is to see the young players get their opportunity and do so well. But the corollary to that is that, and listen, it's not just me saying this. A lot of people said that Mikel Arteta is not necessarily one that's given to giving some of the younger players starts or minutes in the team. In fact, if you look at it statistically, we're one of the least rotated teams in the whole of the Premiership last season. So my question to you is, yes, Miles Skelly and
Lewis Skelly.
Lewis Miles Skelly, yeah, and
Miles
the
Lewis
likes,
Skelly.
Manweri and them man there. Do you think they will actually get a games or get meaningful minutes next season?
Hopefully not.
That question.
It's all right
well done,
seeing him in-
Partey.
It's all right seeing them now,
Comfy
but when
minutes.
it comes to it,
This is quality. Well played.
Comfy minutes, yeah, but not like we have to be comfy before bringing them on or in.
Guys, Lewis Skelly's a baller, you know.
Yeah, he is.
Proper,
He is.
proper player.
He's got that drop of the shoulder. He's got
Yeah.
the feint.
He's got real confidence as well.
Yeah.
Look at all these 17-year-olds.
He wants
Look at what
it,
they're
just,
using
yeah.
their body and going, listen, piss off.
Quality.
Really encouraging.
Arsenal 4, Leverkusen 0. That is not me misreading that. That is actual facts. And I've got to be honest, no one saw, well, certainly in this building, no one saw that coming, did they?
No.
We was predicting it was going to be a draw, anything but.
Nice.
Look at that.
And here we
So
go
I know
again.
some of you might be going, guys, this is so basic. What are you getting so excited about? But these are 17-year-olds coming on, guys. Not telling you. Whoever's might be in the comments saying, James, relax.
Oh, nearly.
He's not ready. Get him out.
But you know what's been good about this half so far is there's been no noticeable drop-off, has there? Yeah?
No, none. Well, first 15 minutes, I think Arsenal did take their foot off the gas. But much better in the last 8 minutes or so.
I don't know that much. It was only that
We're
one.
still
chance,
controlling the game. I guess is
No,
what I'm
much better
saying.
than the 15 minutes before.
Oh,
no?
okay, yeah.
Oh, not better than the first half.
No, but I mean, like even the last 8, we've only had that one chance.
Yeah,
And it was
I guess
fortunate,
you're
a bit
right.
of fortune to it as well.
Sometimes I sort of done
Kane's, our social media guy, Kane's just sent me a comment here. It says, 4 goals and none from Nketiah. Well, he's got to get on the pitch first, Kane, before he can score. I mean, come on now. That's a bit of a asinine comment there. But hey,
You took the bait, Laurie.
I did. Well, I've got to defend Eddie's honour, man. That's my guy.
Why? And actually, don't worry. I didn't mean that question.
I mean, this man's expecting Eddie to score. He's not even on the pitch. I mean, come on. Well, that's a great ball over the top.
What a
Trossard's
touch from
in.
Trossard, are you kidding?
Arsenal playing with a certain arrogance at the moment. That is just, you know what I mean? Oh, but then, he gets it back. Declan Rice. He's going to have a shot.
Oh.
And it's not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, Arsenal 70 up. Well, approaching 70 minutes of the game, 20 minutes left. Arsenal 4, Leverkusen 0. Oh, and here we go.
They're making the changes.
EN14 is about to enter the fray.
Arteta giving strict instruction to Heaven,
So
Nichols
it's
and
coming off
Nketiah.
with Eddie's coming on then.
Havertz. So,
What is Lewis Kelly? He's like a midfielder, isn't it?
right, so Lewis Kelly apparently is a central midfielder.
Yeah, he looks like
But- He moves like one.
he does. He does.
So Heaven on for Gabriel, nice. Nichols on for what? I think Nichols was one of the more unsung players of the tour. I thought his performances against United and Liverpool were actually really encouraging. We did really well. He's going to get 20 minutes here. Kai Havertz with his goal. Fair play. Listen, Kai Havertz, right? Didn't want to see him in midfield in either of the last 2 games. He's done brilliantly in both. He's got 2 assists and a goal today. I think you could have him up for man of the match if you're talking, again, pure numbers and output. He obviously did everything else well, but
He's 2 in 2 because he got the goal.
Trossard's the only one who still hasn't come off. Otherwise, I think the whole team's been rotating now, except for David Raya. Not sure Ramsdale's going to get any minutes. Do you, Turkish?
Ramsdale?
Yeah.
No. The Marseille need a keeper.
Do you think he'll... I wonder if he'll play against Lyon on Sunday. Surely he's got to get some to game time.
Ramsdale?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he will. I don't think he will.
So what is he doing at Arsenal then? Because it's just not happening for him at all.
No, I just think it's fair to say no clubs come in for him, and he's
He's probably the only player in the squad that hasn't had any minutes on pre-season. I can't think. Can you think of anyone else that's not had a single minute?
Switch the whole TV off.
What?
They've made Eddie captain.
Quite rightly.
Is this right? Nah, they haven't, man. You lot are lying in the chat. You lot are lying.
No, but Turkish, talk to me.
Sorry, yeah,
Am I right in saying
shook the
that
airwaves.
Ramsdale is the only Arsenal player that I can think of that's not had any minutes in pre-season?
Yeah.
People out there who are watching this stream, correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, well
look,
done.
we're in.
Oh, Nichols is offside.
I can't think of anybody else.
Brian says, I want to see Turkish chant Eddie, Eddie.
Ah, they made Smith Rowe skipper and he went the next day. Maybe it's tradition.
No, but they made Eddie captain in the first game,
He's
didn't
done
they?
this a lot, you know. Kieran Tierney, Rob Holding,
Well, like a see you later.
Smith Rowe.
No, but
I don't know if he means to, but he's just...
he made Eddie
a lot of
captain
players
against
are-
Bournemouth
What?
in that first game.
Oh, is
Eddie
it?
was captain, remember?
Nah,
He's definitely worn the armband before.
He was captain against Bournemouth, I'm telling you.
it's crazy, isn't it?
He led the team out. I remember it
Well,
well.
listen, Laurie, enjoy the next 17 minutes because it's your last 17 minutes. Please, let me not regret this on Sunday, but Marseille, you got 48 hours.
And there's a hat-trick for Eddie and Nketiah.
Marseille,
You've
you
not
have
answered
40...
my
What,
Ramsdale
Ramsdale?
question.
Forget him as well. I don't care. Like, what's the question?
He's the only Arsenal player that
Oh,
I
yeah,
can think
yeah,
of
yeah,
that's not
yeah.
had any minutes in pre-season, not a single
Yeah,
minute.
but he should be gone as well, Laurie, man. Like, We're dragging our feet over a few of these players now. That's what's really frustrating as well.
Martinelli's getting warmed up, so is Reece Nelson.
Surely we could have an extra 50 in the bank with Ramsdale, Eddie and Reece Nelson, surely.
Yeah.
And then that means surely we would have had enough to buy another player, and even with all of these new worries and concerns with people, like just...
I've got to admit as well,
time to
Arsenal
drag
looking
your
so
feet.
comfortable at the moment, man. It's like we're playing a championship team. No disrespect, but Leverkusen are... they're not living up to their billing, James.
We've been brilliant. Arsenal have been really, really good today.
So much so that the
Well,
crowd
you know
are doing
it's a
away.
friendly. You know it's a friendly when there's a Mexican
yeah.
way.
You know what that's made me feel like? Mexican Coke.
Oh, what a drink.
It's the sweetest.
Yeah. Did we find it? We did find it in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
That was right next door to us in Philly.
Yeah, I forget about that.
Did you try the cheese steak?
Yeah.
We did, yeah. It was good. I liked it. Not everyone loved it. I liked it.
I liked it, man.
Oh, well,
Oh, and even that feint there, just
we'll take
that
it.
was nice.
As I said before, they're playing with a certain arrogance.
Well, Aiden Heaven's interesting. I was out during the Man United game.
Oh, look at
Yeah.
that ball over the top, boy.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
No, yeah, I just clocked how Mexican Coke came across. Someone said, "Nah, Coca-Cola." The way I just said it.
Well, that's why I had to throw in what a drink.
I swear, the save, what a save!
Oh, this is interesting.
James off the line.
Oh! They've got one back.
No, get him out!
Bloody Mexican Coke.
That was a good goal, actually.
Yeah. 4-1. Really
It
good
was
goal.
a nice finish as well.
Where were we? I can't remember. Oh man, so what are we saying? Arteta out.
Where was Eddie in this?
You can't blame Eddie for that one. He did get cut open a little bit there, too.
Yeah,
A lot of
I
space.
can't quite tell where it went wrong.
Well, first it was good football, but yeah.
I think it feels like just our positioning was all just a bit off, wasn't it?
I think they exploited our lack of positioning there.
Everyone was just a little bit.
15 minutes for them to get 3 goals.
They've not updated the scoreboard, so Arsenal.com again. We're not letting you have that one. There we go, 4-1.
I think in their season last season, they did engineer some pretty good comebacks.
Oh yeah,
in
a
Leverkusen.
few of them.
Remember, there was a few
Yeah,
times when
there
they were
were
down.
2 goals
and they scored.
behind with 10 minutes to go, and
Yeah, so-
2 goals behind with in injury time. I think one time.
Yeah.
Who
Or
you
2
late to?
times.
There was a few games where
The amount
they
of late goals they scored
yeah,
was
they
a
did. Yeah, they're obviously their fitness levels, and they're
Oh, unlucky.
Fair play, won a free kick out of that.
Unlucky.
Abdullah says, I can see it. Eddie scoring 3 just for Turkish.
That'd be a beautiful send-off, man.
So Aiden Heaven's a central midfielder, apparently. And he's sort of been playing centre-back. Looks like he has the build and the profile for it, but...
How old is
yeah. 17 as well, I think.
he? Okay.
Let's double check.
So Arsenal 4, Leverkusen 1.
Yeah,
We're in the 77th minute, so not too long left now. 13 minutes to go.
So, what do we think of Salah-Eddin then? Because not in the matchday squad, so obviously he didn't come on. But obviously the likes of Nwaneri, Skelly and Heaven did. I wonder if the Heaven thing's also dictated by Timber, Calafiori's absence and all that as well. But Salah-Eddin is 3 years older than Nwaneri. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe as well as he did on US tour, maybe
He's done.
they're still going to be a little bit.
He's
don't
done.
know. Yeah, fair enough.
So, yeah, it looks like it, innit? Your 3-year junior is starting games and you're just out here at 20 years of age still. He looked promising, but we also, in the US, I think we was also looking at him through a lens of young players. And even though he is young, his age mates around him, 17, 18. So he looked good, but he's 20 years old without a senior appearance for us, I believe. Maybe a Carabao Cup, if I'm not mistaken. But there must be something there, You can see some flashes from him, but there must be something there that's that's caused him to get to 20 without a...
Well, because Omar Rekik played, I think, in the Bournemouth
he's another
game.
one,
He
yeah.
struggled, and obviously he's not involved. And again, Heaven, who's 17. How old's Rekik? He's, I think, 21 maybe.
Must be, maybe even
You know,
older.
so again, it probably tells us a little bit. He's 22, Omar
Older.
Rekik, yeah. Probably tells us where they feel these 17-year-olds in particular.
That was out, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe these 17-year-olds in particular are where they see like the kind of the talent that's like worth really putting a lot of stock into.
Saladin, maybe they were trying to get him a move, maybe. Because even you could get a
Granit Xhaka's coming
20-year-old
off.
decent potential there to be a decent. You could get a 10 mil for him.
Granit Xhaka's coming off. He's getting a good reception by the Arsenal fans, which is good to see.
Always.
He's had worse receptions.
No, he's giving Mikel a big.
But
Cut
yeah,
on
that's
his
good
way
to
out.
see that he got a good reception. He's
It would have been funny if he recreated the armband.
Imagine.
You know, just for a bit of fun. Just did this through the armband. I think Arsenal fans would have laughed.
Yeah, they would have.
I go, way. Oh, man.
knowing Granit Xhaka as we do, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have wanted to have been on the end of a 4-1 thumping because he's quite a competitive guy, to say the least.
Absolutely not.
But there's still 10 minutes, and
No.
I've personally got a
Arsenal
lot
taking
more.
their foot off the gas, or Leverkusen with a bit
Well,
of a
we've also
late-
subbed on, like,
yeah,
it's
they have.
Kivior and Heaven at the back now. It's not Saliba and Gabriel. We've gone from probably our first choice pairing to our 15th.
Oh, we're
Like, I'm
giving
being
the ball
deadly
on
serious with all the players we got. It might be the 15th pairing, if not less. Yeah, but we've still Saka on the pitch, Partey on the pitch, Rice on the pitch. Still a lot of quality. So I think we're lacking a little bit. So this is interesting. Why is Martinelli only getting 10 minutes compared to everyone
Maybe he
else?
starts on Sunday.
Maybe, but it's weird, right?
Kind of.
he's
But
20.
I don't think it's that weird. I think I
think
That's
25-30 at least.
would tend to agree with Turkish on that one. That suggests to me that on Sunday he'll
came on
probably
late
start
against
against
Liverpool as
Leon.
well, though, actually.
No, he started the Liverpool game.
No, which one did he come on late in?
No, Man United, he played.
He
played the
changed
same.
it. He got the he
Trossard's
changed that
coming
Man
on.
United.
Still think
Started
man of the
Liverpool.
match.
That's
Trossard?
weird. I think I've got to give it Havertz. Two assists and a goal.
Yeah,
Like,
actually, yeah.
and it's not just a numbers thing, but like.
PR started early this year.
No,
It started fucking
he
early.
played well.
But not a man of the match, well.
I think he probably was.
First half, that was 2 good assists. Other
Yeah.
than that, very little. Second half, he went up front and he scored a tap in that was fortunate. And this is what we
Well
do.
done.
Well done to him. But Trossard, like, he was pulling strings. Like, for
Yeah.
me, Trossard is clear.
Yeah, it's interesting because in that first
Even
half,
Zinni
there was
first
no
half, I
doubt.
think.
There was no doubt Trossard
Yeah.
was.
No, Zinni and
guy.
Trossard are up
Is
there.
that what the Gooniverse is about? Yeah, Havertz propaganda and unsubscribe.
Well, check
Let's
out my match
let's have a
report
let's have a
later.
little. Let's have a little.
Havertz answered our forward problems.
We don't need
Let's
a
have a little
striker.
vote here.
Yeah.
Polls MVP for today. You're going
Trossard.
Trossard, and you're going Havertz.
Do you know? Okay, can I actually say it? Because I actually agree. His all-round game, in terms of like, from goal to goal, as in, one end of the pitch to the other. I think Trossard did do more. I think Zinchenko was brilliant. I agree. On the eye, there were others I enjoyed watching more today. But when you make the run and you get that really good cutback for Zinchenko's goal, albeit Zinni has a lot of work to do there. Really good awareness in the box. Again, Trossard has a bit to do, but does well. And then you get the goal. I'm just like, hard work.
Yeah, go Havertz. Go. Well, let's have a bit of fun with it. Yeah, let's
Havertz
have
to
a bit
me.
of fun with it.
Should we put 4? Let's put a poll up. John's asking.
Well, we know who's going to win that.
What, you think it'll be Kai?
Of course.
Well, let's do a poll. Who are
Go on, put it
the
up.
players? All right, Havertz, Zinni, Trossard.
Jesus.
Jesus is up there, maybe?
No, he's not.
No?
No.
Is it, got a fourth better?
Havertz, Zinni, Trossard. Really, I would even not even put Zinni with them, really. I'd say
Zinni.
No, I wouldn't. I'd say Havertz,
really?
Trossard. If you're going to just do it plain and simple.
I would say Zinchenko, Trossard, Havertz, and Jesus. Out of those 4, I'm going.
I've missed your Turkish.
I'm going
I'm
Trossard.
back.
So let's see. Let's get that poll going. You've heard what us 3 have had to say. You're going Trossard?
Trossard, yeah.
I'm going Trossard. James is going Havertz. Let's see how we do with it.
James is tweeting on Gooniverse right now. I need you guys.
Let me put in the comments. Vote Kai.
Let me-
Hashtag vote Kai.
Let me bring the big six here, man. Vote Kai. Switch off this poll, man. Before you even press enter, look at what's going on.
Hashtag vote Kai.
And then people then think I don't like him or something. He's been productive today, but Trossard has been man of the match for sure.
I think definitely in the first half it was Trossard. But, you know, Havertz had a very good second half.
No, he didn't.
Well, numbers-wise he did.
Well, 1 goal.
2 assists.
Yeah, but second half you said he was amazing.
I've got to be honest, a lot of this is based on the first half. Second half has just been let the time run down.
Look, the PR's running in the chat. Vote Kai is the hashtag. Look.
Is it? Justice for King Kai.
And look, people are dense, you know. People are saying, why am I such a Havertz hater? I'm saying he was one of the better players in this game. I'm just saying he was not man of the match. Why do I have to say he was man of the match? What's wrong with you people? What is actually wrong with you people? if I don't say he's man of the match, I'm a hater.
Have you ever said he's been man of the match for any game?
Yeah. No, I do remember some last season.
Yeah.
There were definitely ones. You said the Newcastle game was one of his great games.
I think even Brentford, when he came on last minute, got the goal. That is, for me, the man of the match. He scored the winner.
Yeah, fair point. I think... No, there were definitely some. I think Tottenham away, you gave him a lot of credit for.
Yeah. That was another
I
one.
seem to remember he got a lot of plaudits for the Crystal Palace game away, right at the start of the season.
I didn't give him plaudits at
that
the
was one of
start.
those where it divided opinion. That was in the movement days.
Oh, create space days. Oh my God, those days were.
But sure, it makes me laugh, yeah. No one today is going, Havertz was great. See the way he created space? So no one's talking about
Space
that.
invader.
And I'm not saying he doesn't do those things.
What a
I'm
bunch
just saying-
of pricks out there. What a bunch of pricks. I'm glad he's doing things now so we can say this is good things. Them days, what? No one invades space like him. Shut up, bro. This ain't NASA, bro. This is Premier League.
See, that speaks to what I was saying earlier about him being a polarizing figure.
Yeah.
Because there were some people that were just not going to let him have a bad game.
Well, no, but my thing was like,
when he weren't posting the numbers.
see, I'm sitting between Turkish and these others, right? He does have good movement. He was doing those things, but I just don't care about those things if you're not doing the other things.
People get, how could he not have an 8 out of 10? He was creating space. Shut up, man.
What was it? Creating space and occupying defenders, wasn't it?
Yeah, aerial duels. The first 7 game weeks, aerial duels was a big thing at Arsenal. I'll tell you.
But that's what I love about that first goal Zinni scores. Yeah. If Zinni doesn't play that ball to Havertz, people are going, look at that run he made. Yeah, and I'm like, but he does make the run. He finds him. He looks up and he pulls off a great cutback. I'm like, brilliant box to box midfield play. Love to see it. But without that, I can only enjoy the run so much. Otherwise, I'm going, okay, you're not getting the ball, so have we got something else?
I was going to.
Abdullah says
We're into the last 5 minutes, people, and Arsenal closing in on a 4-1 win. Very impressive.
I can't believe you just looked down the camera and went, what a bunch of pricks.
Nah, because they are. They know who they are anyway. Look, someone else quoted something I used to hear all the time. Where is it? Don't make me miss it, man. His strength is off the ball. The fuck? What a midfielder attacker, and he doesn't want the ball.
I actually agree with some of them.
Oh,
come on, we've got an overload here.
Declan Rice left the ball behind. And looks like he's not injured through that, is he?
No, 2 man down.
Shooting the ball.
Oh, and here come Leverkusen. That was a chance for 5, but it could be 4-2. Oh, well done, Lewis Skelly. Let's get some super chats in. Abdullah says, has Gabby officially become our second choice left winger? Yeah, on the current form, Trossard's in that we ended last season for sure, but I think as the season goes on, we're going to see a lot of Martinelli.
That's an interesting point there because Trossard, I think...
Oh, you know that's getting clipped up.
There's pros and cons for both, really, isn't there? I think, obviously, Martinelli has the pace element.
Oh
my
God.
God.
That was good from Ethan Nwaneri, wasn't it? Sam says that Turkish just say he's man of the match for the Chelsea banter.
What Kai?
Yeah.
Fuck Chelsea, man.
Talk about cynical.
Very.
Man trying to change shirts halfway through the game.
89th minute, I got a lot more out of this friendly than I thought I was going to, honestly.
There's a lot more goals than I thought there would be.
Well, I just thought it was going to be a hit and miss game for us, with minutes for a lot of the players we saw in the US. At best, maybe a Raya start. At best, maybe a 20-minute appearance for some. I didn't think we'd get Saka and Rice playing a whole 45. I didn't think we'd get Saliba from the start. And the general intensity, the performance has been great. Like,
oh, look.
As Eddie, well, unlucky. Plus, I've seen the youngsters I wanted to see. Heaven Nichols, Lewis Skelly and Nwaneri are the ones I think have real potential to be a part of this squad in 3 years' time. Some even sooner. The way Lewis Skelly's playing, honestly, if we're playing anyone 10th and below in the Premier League, and we've got a bit of an injury crisis. We've just played Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, and Zinni's played a lot of football. Like, I've got no problem with Lewis Skelly playing that game for what I've seen so far.
Would you have him in the squad for the Wolves game then?
Well, let's see where the squad is. Like, that's the other thing. What were you going to say, Toby?
Just from pre-season, I'd say Lewis. Listen, Ranieri's the gem, but Lewis Skelly is more mature on the ball than Ranieri.
I hear what you mean.
Even that bit there when Ranieri turned and had the box into the Lewis Skelly, because he's got that central midfield element to him from the fullback, and you're seeing him float everywhere. He's always looking over his shoulder, scanning.
We're into the last minute, and another attack here by Leverkusen breaks down.
I don't want to just put this out there. I think we might win.
I think.
Oh, the whistle's gone. We've won. Yeah. 4-1.
We have one very convincing Arsenal win, 4-1. The manager's embrace. I'm sure Mikel Arteta there will be. I mean, listen, okay, it's only a friendly and, all the rest of it. But even so, that's a little mini scout for him, isn't it, really?
No, it's nothing, man. We move on now.
I don't know. You would be saying that if we'd have got beat 4-1, would you? Let's be honest. You would have been.
I would have been upset.
You wouldn't have said that.
But I think
you wouldn't have been saying, "Oh, it's nothing." I'm pretty sure you would have. So you got to. When the reverse is the case, you got to give credit where credit's due.
Credit, 100%. I didn't expect to.
But what I'm saying is that is a bit of a mini scalp, isn't it? No. A mini scalp.
No. Pre-season, man, you can't call that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say a scout, but I'd say it's.
No, you got Leverkusen coming into town, unbeaten, German champions, a lot of hype. The manager's said to be one of the young, progressive, next big things, and you've just smoked them 4-1. Oh, I know it's a friendly, but what I'm saying is it's nice to walk away today. He'll be going home today feeling very pleased with himself. I get the same
feeling I get from the 6-1 Sevilla. Where it's a good team coming to town. We put them to the sword. We got goals. We got our fitness up, sharpness up. But we move on to the next one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, don't get me wrong. There won't be no open top bus parades. But what I'm saying is, it's a good night's work. James, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I said it a few minutes ago. I got Gabriel Martinelli and Gabriel having some interesting conversations about the game. But it's like I said a few minutes ago. I got so much more of that friendly than I expected to. Really did. I didn't think we'd see.
Yeah, I would tend to agree.
The players I was expecting.
I tend to agree.
I really liked the use of some of the players as well. I liked that eventually he moved Havertz up front for the second half. I like that Trossard looked brilliant. I really like the Zinchenko. Whether people like Zinchenko or not, when he's at his best, he does something that no one else in the squad does. Now Lewis Skelly's knocking, but the point is, we want a Zinchenko on form because it's another weapon, it's another something. Bukayo Saka come on looking really up for it. Don't think we saw a lot from Declan Rice. Who cares? Minutes in the legs, fine. Saliba and Gabriel playing together, we look completely solid. Like Leverkusen couldn't really touch us till we made a lot of subs by that point. The youngsters who came on all looked fine. Josh Nichols, obviously we didn't see too much of him in heaven.
I mean, you look around there, there's a lot of smiles and a lot of high-fiving. That's what you want, really, isn't that?
That's a good confidence-boosting performance.
Exactly.
I think that's a fan confidence-boosting performance.
I think out of the pre-season games we've had so far, that one is by far the best one for us.
Yeah,
by far.
Easy.
And I know pre-season doesn't matter to a degree, and we're always going to be excited about the start of the season. But remember the vibes 2 years ago when we slapped everyone up in pre-season? We went into that opening day like, guys, we're cooking, we're on form, we're looking ready. You win that game how we did today, 4-1, and it was a very strong Leverkusen, Xabi Alonso, all that. If we beat Lyon in some kind of impressive fashion, I promise you, like, everyone's gonna be so excited for that Wolves game, and then you get that Calafiori debut, then maybe you confirm Marino, and maybe in 10 days' time there's something happening on the forward line. Like, these things can just build up a lot of energy and momentum going into the opening game.
Yeah, and I think it's also, when you look at Fabio, Eddie, I think we know now them two players, they played minutes today, but we know that it should be coming to an end for them.
Where did Ranieri come on?
Yeah.
In Odegaard's position, right?
Yeah.
What are we looking to add another forward? Like, I think this is the most resigned I've ever been to the fact that Vieira is not going to play a massive part this season.
Question for you as well.
Yeah.
Will Ramsdale get any minutes in this pre-season? One game to go against Lyon.
So I want to.
He's not played He's not played in any of the pre-season games. Not a single minute. We're not hearing of any possible moves for him. Well, we've not heard of anything so far.
Okay. So I want to be careful how I say this, because I think every player is entitled to their holiday. He's got a young kid, and like, it's everyone else's life, right? I've got no idea from a distance what they should or shouldn't be doing. But he returned with everyone else, which is fine, but he didn't kick a ball at the Euros. I think if he were desperately fighting for his place in this Arsenal squad, which I'm sure he is in training, but I'm talking going above and beyond, might he have returned a little bit earlier? Now, some people might go, well, there wasn't time. That might be true, because they left from the US Wednesday night last week, so that's quite a bit earlier to be back. So that could all be true too. But on the Thursday, I think we saw, it was Adam Wharton playing in the US starting game for Palace against Wolves out there. So I'm just giving the facts. I'm honestly not presenting that with he should have done this or he should have done that or whatever. Like I said, he's got a family, he's got a life, and he will, even if he's not starting games for Arsenal or England, he still has to train, he still has to show up and all that. But I think if there was a chance of him starting games and trying to like wrestle his way into Arteta's thinking, it would have been in those pre-season games when Raya wasn't around. He wasn't back before for that. So now Raya is back at the same time, and the priority minutes will go to Raya. That is just simply how it is. So
I get all that, but what I'm saying,
explained that fairly.
Yeah, you have. But what I'm saying is, I'm trying to push you a little bit. Do you not read anything into it? The fact that he's not played a single minute in pre-season.
No, the only thing I read into it is Arteta needs Raya at his best. That's it. It's all he cares about. Like, honestly, like, obviously he'll want Ramsdale shut up and he'll be training and all that, but I think those minutes will just all go to Raya, because why not? He's only got these 2 pre-season games before we kick off against Wolves, and there's a week break between Lyon and Wolves next week anyway. So I just don't think Ramsdale will get on the pitch, and Turkish? I think he'll probably be at the club unless a serious bid comes. I just think that's.
Do you read anything into it, or am I just being?
No, he's finished. That's what you read. Arteta's done with him, isn't it? But it's just surprising how it ended with the big contract and now struggling to get rid of him. Because really and truly, listen, if we've got Raya, Ramsdale and Setford as our 3 keepers, and Raya picks up an injury or a red card, I want Setford to step in.
Really?
Yeah,
wow,
because Ramsdale ain't a good.
Man.
Because Ramsdale lost his space.
You're talking about a man that went with England to the Euros.
Yeah, but we already
number 2.
We already saw him as a backup last year, and his problem is.
And now you're relegating to number 3 at Arsenal behind Setford.
Yeah.
Think about that for a second. That's a big call.
You think about it.
No, but you made the statement, bro.
Yeah, like, I thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to see Ramsdale come on and nearly throw the ball to the opposition to score a goal? You want to see that again? Or you want to see him put his ears out to the away fans behind before conceding a goal that he should have done better with, and then going back to them when we save his ass come 90th minute? You want to see that again? His issue was concentration in the starting lineup. That concentration issue became a bigger issue as backup last season. Literally every game he came into, I think there's only one he didn't make a mistake. So next season, I'd rather not see him come in. And I like Ramsdale as a
I wouldn't
starter.
have thought so.
No, but I'm not one of these. I'm not one of these new age.
What are you going to say about him if you hate him?
No, but it's not. But I don't hate none of these. I don't know none of these players to hate them. But all I'm saying is, I'm not in love with any of these players that far to. Yes, I appreciate what he's done for us, but it's similar to Jesus, similar to Zinchenko. At one time, you might be an important piece of the puzzle. At another time, you might be an extra piece.
So, sometimes I need to remind myself that not everyone always listens. So it's been a few months since our last watch along, and I'm sort of being reminded, like, Michael, thank you for your comment, but he's going, James, how's it fact that Ramsdale should have returned earlier? I quite literally didn't say that. I just gave you the facts around when players returned, when maybe certain other England players returned or whatever. All I'm saying is it's a fact that Raya was returning at the same time as Ramsdale, and therefore Ramsdale probably had to have come back a week earlier if he were trying to force his way into Arteta's thinking in some capacity. Now,
let me just stop you there. Some would argue, though, that he's not been given the opportunity to prove himself to Arteta because he's not been... I must admit, I am very surprised that he's not played a single minute so far. And look, it might be...
Arsenal's number one.
Okay, fine. But it might be the case that he may well play on Sunday. It's unlikely.
It might do.
He might do.
He might do, but I'm just... And I understand, right? The only other pre-season game other than this one, so the one before was Liverpool in Philadelphia. That was a whole week ago, and you'd have to fly yourself out to Philadelphia, and then there's jet lag and everything, whatever. Like, I appreciate you probably wasn't going to fly out just for that one game. All I'm saying is, I think if there were a window, that was it. And now Raya's back, he's not going to play. And I think if he was desperate to force his way into Arteta's thinking, that might have been a way. But like I said, he's got a kid, he's got a family, he's got a life. I would have done the same thing. Like, honestly, if I was number one and then suddenly I wasn't, and I've been training every week and I've gone to the Euros and gone to the final and I've got a kid at home, I probably would have come back when I was expected back, probably not much earlier, but I'm just saying, that probably was the opportunity if he were going to... if he were out on that tour, would he have played ahead of Hine? 100% he would have. That's what I'm saying. Now Raya's back, he's not going to. So is he going to get a move? I actually don't think so. I don't think clubs are going to come in for him.
This comment here from Abu Bakr, he says, Turkish is always negative, always. It's not good for him or his health. Now, imagine all I've said is give the young keeper a chance as backup instead of the keeper that's never going to be our first choice keeper again. But that's negative. But then when I say protect Nwaneri and don't expect too much from him this season, that's also negative.
But you did, but to be fair, though, you did say that Ramsdale's finished.
He is finished at Arsenal. What, you think if he stays another year, he's not finished? He's finished now. He's finished last summer. He's finished next summer. He's done at Arsenal, Laurie. He's not favoured by the manager. We've seen that outright clear as day now.
I must admit that I've got to say this, right? And I'm not just saying this to wind you or James up because I hear what you're saying. I do think he has been treated a bit harshly. I know football's a ruthless game.
He was treated harshly.
But when you think of it, it wasn't that long ago, the fans were singing his name and everybody was on his case and saying, yeah, man, Ramsdale.
He was, but people get treated harshly every day. People get treated harshly every day in an office job, in a street job, in a whatever job. He's a footballer. It was harsh treatment. Yes, we move on. You live on. You're healthy. Chin up, mate. It's not good to have a backup keeper on 120k. That's where Mikel Arteta effed up.
Right.
Because our backup keeper shouldn't be on 120k, especially when now the purse strings are tightening. Football recession, I'm hearing now. Oh, great, Arsenal are just about back and it's football recession time. Not fucking again, please. But,
Interesting.
We can, make that money, save that money, and he's one of the ones on a lot of money.
What a ruthless game football is at the top. But, there you go. Did we get results in our poll for man of the match, by the way?
Yeah, 54% Havertz. 29% Trossard.
54% Havertz.
Interestingly, 10% Jesus. So Zinchenko only got 7%. Now that is a little bit of gender, if you ask me. Zinni was very good in the first half.
He was.
But actually, Jesus got the goal. So. Oh, Zinni got the goal.
Zinni got the first goal.
Hey, come on, people.
He got the ball rolling.
Yeah.
He got the ball rolling. And there was that other poll we did, wasn't there? What was that one? There was 2 polls we did today.
No, well, it's lost now. We've lost it. It's deep in the chat somewhere else. Anyway.
Yeah, okay. It's time to wrap up. Right. So, listen, man. I agree with you guys. 4-1. Very good result. And very good in terms of preparation for Arsenal. You saw the high-fiving and the smiling. Everybody looked very happy and pleased with themselves. So, roll on Sunday.
Roll on Sunday. Leon.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, first and foremost, to you guys for watching and supporting AFTV, the one-stop shop for all Arsenal content. Thank you very much. Thanks also to my learned and astute panel, James B in the building, also my Turkish. Keep it locked on AFTV. Don't forget, Sunday, 2:00, Arsenal take on Lyon in their final pre-season friendly game before the big one which is the week after against Wolves. Make sure you tune in on Sunday. Thank you very much. We are out. Take care.
It's the new season, and I'm going to be walking to every Premier League club in London on Don Robbie's Football March to raise awareness and money for Prostate Cancer UK. I'm going on the ultimate scouting mission to find out what our London rivals have got in store this season. I'll be giving my passion a football purpose by supporting one of my favourite charities, Prostate Cancer UK. Did you know that prostate cancer is the most common cancer in men? 1 in 4 black men will get prostate cancer, and that's double the risk of white men. Don Robbie's Football March is about raising funds to find better tests and treatments to save men's lives. So how can you help? Keep an eye out for the updates, share my stories about my challenge, and sponsor me to help me save men's lives. Search Don Robbie's Football March on Just Giving or check out the links in my bio. I can't wait.